quick live. It's a real quick live. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can tell by the way I wrote. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll let the list populate. I will let it populate. There's some very interesting subjects to cover. I will upload a video that I have recently finished. Fucking shit. There's a video, tongue twister, video that I just finished editing. I'll upload it right after I'm done here with this live. Yeah, man, there's all kinds of call-outs and all kinds of crazy stuff going on, man. It's wild. It's wild, but boxing is about to come back, and that is welcome news. Very welcome news. Hey, what's goody Sporting? What's goody George? What's goody Dreamland? What's goody Courtney? You know what I'm saying? Well, yes, the British accent is very refined. It's a very eloquent way of speaking. I like it. I prefer it to convey certain messages at certain times. Pronunciation, the conjugation is very refined. I feel like I'm in ancient Greece, which I don't understand in films. Why do the ancient Greeks have British accents? I will never understand this. If Achilles was from Greece, should he not sound like a Greek man instead of a British man? These are pertinent questions to boxing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I seen this thing. I seen a story on I seen a story about Ryan Garcia, I think it was. I seen a story about Ryan Garcia talking about, I think it was Jose Ramirez, or was it Devin Haney? I think it was Devin Haney talking about some sparring story. And I was just thinking when I saw the story, yo, you know why you keep seeing these sparring stories? Because these people not fighting each other. Hold on, man, my son being an irritation. But yeah, back to what I was talking about, yo. It felt like, yo, right, Sporting? Imagine if Achilles sounded like he was from the middle of the Bronx of Brooklyn. Like, actor, let's fight, actor. You want to fight me, actor? Let's fight, actor. That's what you want to do, right? You want to fight me, right, actor? You came all this way, right? Let's fight. All right, what's good, Battle? What's goody, Vito? What's goody, JKE? You know what I'm saying? Kid, what's goody? What's good, Battle? What's going on, Battle? What is the haps? But yeah, man. You know the reason. Yeah, they don't think about it too much. They really don't. I'm like, look. What's his name? What was his name? Marcus Aurelius. He's supposed to be a soldier of Rome, and they are in the middle of ancient Rome, but they sound like they are in the middle of Britain. There's Compton in the house. What's good, Hustle? What's your thoughts? That's a fantastic fight, Faust. That's a fantastic fight. Baranchik versus Zapata, underrated fight, great fight. The 140-pound division continues to deliver. All right? That's a division where the guys, they not scared to throw them joints, man. Because they know they got to throw them joints. I don't know who put a thumbs down. Somebody upset. Somebody who loves watching my channel but can't admit it to themselves. Because if you gonna come here to put your thumbs down, why are you even here? Get a life. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna come here just to put your thumbs down? Why come here at all? Why not go get laid? Why not watch a channel that you prefer to this one? Well, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say, dog. That's all I was trying to say, dog. But yeah, man. Looking for a good thumbnail. Yeah, that gotta be it, sport. That's how I look at it. That how you gonna come all this way to watch me, You know what I'm saying? When you could be watching something that you actually like. The stuff that people do is ridiculous, man. I try, and moving forward, I'm gonna try not to think about it too much because I'm like, the stuff people do is really silly. Silly stuff, man. But yeah, the only reason we keep hearing all these sparring stories is because people are not fighting. Like, I think the story was Devin Haney knocked out Jose Ramirez. I think that's the story. And this is a sparring story. And then, you know, Tyson Fury and Dillian White. Dillian White was talking about their sparring story. And I'm like, you know why Dillian doing that? Because he know he's not about to fight Tyson Fury. I'm not saying that he's scared of him, you understand? I'm saying that the reason that we see a surgence of these stories is because it's certain people that's not fighting. And I don't have no stock in sparring stories. That's the other thing. A lot of stuff happens in sparring, bro. It's probably all types of stuff that we don't know about that's crazy. But that's sparring, bro. You don't get a win or a loss put on your record, your professional record, based on a sparring match. So all that sparring that ain't about nothing, man. Not about nothing. Exactly, sporting. You know what I'm saying? What do you make of Ivan Baranchyk? Oh, that's a I just talked about that one, Blue Collar. That's a fantastic fight. The 140-pound division is one of the more underrated divisions. It is. Because them guys is real. They showed it in the World Boxing Super Series that they not scared to go in there and put it all on the line. They not worried about maintaining a O or none of that. You know, Regis Prograis, he has a loss on his record, but he's still very exciting. Maurice Hooker, same thing. He's a very exciting fighter. You know what I'm saying? Ivan Baranchyk, he got 1 L. He's still an exciting fighter. It's a great weight class, man. It's a great weight class. One of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic fight. There's a couple of good fights coming up, man. YouTube doing some kind of update on live streams. I got to keep refreshing to see something going on with YouTube, man. I think they got a lack of manpower, and that's why sometimes it be on the fritz. I think they got a lack of manpower right now. That they don't have enough people, I don't know, in their YouTube offices or whatever it is, man. But they need to get it together. They need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different things. Tired of hearing about sparring stories, I could tell you that. The ancient sparring story of Amir Khan and Manny Pacquiao, that's one of the older ones. I remember when that was a real popular story. Like, it's a sparring story, bro. What you want me to do with a sparring story? You want me to rate him on something based that happened in sparring? Like, come on, B. I see Sean Porter, for some reason, he's willing to fight Danny Garcia again, but he don't want to fight Ugas again. That's not a good look, bro. I'm just saying. If you ain't willing to fight Ugas again, you got to keep that same energy for Danny. That's all I'm saying. Ugas is coming off a better win than Danny Garcia is. Danny won 12 rounds with Ivan Redkach. Ugas beat the brakes off Omar Figueroa. One-sided fashion. Undefeated Omar Figueroa. I appreciate that, Ahmed. He the redhead. That's why you think I keep saying he need to get out of here. Jordani, mira, si tú me estás oyendo, sácale el pie a Al Heyman, vete para allá con el Eddie Hearn, sácale los cuartos a ese tipo, while he still got money, hazte un dinerito ahí, tengo una pelea con el Jesse Valga, and get money, bro. Ya tú sabes. Yeah, Danny about to fight Spence. That's why I'm like, I don't understand that, dog. If you know that Danny's name is tied to Spence, why are you mentioning Danny? And then when they ask you about Ugas, nah, you ain't trying. And I like Sean. Don't get it twisted. I actually like Sean. I'm just saying that it looks the way that it looks. That you open a fight in Danny, even though you know that Danny about to have a fight, supposedly based on the rumors, but you not open at all to Ugas. I'm saying. It is what it is. And that's what it is. I'm really hoping that Dillian White does not fight whatchamacallit Ngannou. Oh, snap, we got Dark Horse in the building. I'm going to give Dark Horse a chance to promote his channel. He's got a good channel, seems like a nice guy. Me a second, man. My son is being irritating. To answer your question, Sporting, I don't really think he'll be a champion again. I don't. I don't. I would like for that to happen, but if you look at the landscape, it's just not realistic. Like, who's he going to win a belt from? The only belt that might go vacant in the near future is Manny's belt. That's really the only one that's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of up for grabs because Manny's not going to be here forever. But then look at who's in line for it. I think Vesputin and them is in line for Manny's belt. Ugas and Vesputin, I believe it is. Maybe Vesputin, maybe Ugas or Vesputin will become world champions after Manny leaves. Because Manny not going to be here forever, dog. Look at how much time he lost because of this pandemic. Nah, Porter, look, man, Porter's a fun fighter to watch. I genuinely enjoy Porter fights. But at 154, he going to look like Frodo and Samwise Gamgee. He going to look like Frodo next to them Charlo brothers. Well, next to Jermell Charlo, I should say. Look at Jarrett Hurd, dog. Jarrett Hurd look like he's supposed to be at 168. He look like he's supposed to be at 168. Them guys is too big for Sean, man. Sean is stocky, but he's stumpy. If Spence moves up or Pacquiao retires, yeah, maybe. Any boxer out there want to be a boxer and stay a star, don't want to worry about their promoters being all in the video. PBC going through it, man. That Showtime budget is getting smaller and smaller. That Showtime budget, man, I'm telling you, they ain't trying to spend more money on boxing. Remember, they passed on the Wilder versus Ortiz rematch, and I thought they was in the Wilder business, and they passed on that like, man, look, it do not make sense for us to spend money on this fight. It makes no sense. We're not doing it. Pass that one over to Fox. That budget, man, it's getting smaller, man. Yeah, he's sweating because that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, what he need to do, I'm going to put it this way. If it was up to me, I would want to see Showtime invest in Lou DiBella Entertainment and Greg Cohen's fighters so I could see them girls fight because I like watching the girls fight. I would want them to do that. It's just that realistically, Stefan Espinoza knows he's not going to get the kind of viewership that he's looking for if he does that. So it's not likely to happen. I wish it would, though. I would love to see Lou DiBella get like something going on for his fighters, his girls, his guys, Greg Cohen, his girls, his guys, all that stuff. I would like to see that. But that's not going to happen, man. Hopefully DAZN will do it. Hey, what's goody, Hodges? Yeah, I talk about that very briefly, but we know sport, and that ain't about to happen. That ain't about to happen. Do you see it? Yeah, I heard about the Vesputin Butaev. Yeah, because Vesputin pissed hot. Everybody forgot that he pissed hot. I was goody, Mark.
Showtime. He pissed lukewarm, bro, not hot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody forgot about it, though. I just wanted to see him fight Ugas, or I wanted to see where that situation was going to go because, you know, that's top ranking in PBC all over again.
That would be a nice fight, you know, though.
It would have been.
I got Ugas beating him, though, but, like, because Vesputin got hella skills, don't get me wrong, fam, but dude's so easy to make fight another style to his own, you know what I mean? When he's off in his own world doing his own thing, he beat you. But you can reel him in.
Ugas got that veteran experience, man. It's not just that he's a good boxer, but he's been there. He got a couple of L's. He fight like he want to win. You know what I mean? He got that veteran experience. But I feel bad for Ugas because I'm like, yo, dog, I literally don't know what they going to have you doing, bro. Like, I literally don't know. You're not going to get Danny. Sean don't want you. Keith, I would love to see Keith versus Ugas. But that's not realistic, man. Keith ain't going to do that shit. Keith is not going to take no chances with that guy, man. Yo, listen, Dark Horse. It's a link in the comments. If you want to click it and come on and just plug your channel. All of y'all that's listening, go to Dark Horse Boxing. Get that guy subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We got to support each other out here, man. COVID-19 out here, man. That was good.
What's going on, Ring? What's going on?
What you think would happen if Keith Thurman fought Ugas?
Believe it or not, I think Ugas would beat him.
I think that too. What you think, Mark?
What, Keith Thurman and Ugas?
Yeah, man.
Keith Thurman of late?
Yeah, man.
Ugas beats up on him, man.
Break his ribs, right?
Bro, I think he'd tee off on his head. He's too long for Keith. Way too long for him. He'd fuck him up.
You had mentioned something. You had mentioned something along the lines of Keith not being hungry, right?
Yeah,
and I think it'll be a combination of Ugas being hungry and Keith's lack of hunger, combined with styles that'll beat him.
What if I told you I think that he'll beat the shit? He will beat the shit out of I got you right now, Dark Horse. I'm gonna post it under your comment. All you gotta do is click it. It's gonna take you to another tab. And then, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just click the shit. It's real easy. Like, I'm old as shit, bro. Like, I'm old. And if my old ass could figure it out, I'm sure you can too. Like BCS TV. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna let him on. What's goody?
Yo, what's up, man?
Oh shit, I know you are. I know your voice. But what you think about that fight, man? Keith Thurman, Dennis Ugas.
Yes, it's a very good fight. To be honest, I would favour Ugas going to that glass body of Keith, but
yep.
I'd be very impressed if Keith takes a fight like that. I'll be very impressed, but he's not giving me any reason to believe he would do anything like that. So yeah, I'm not going to
get that dude probably gonna fight Adrian Granados. Probably gonna fight Adrian Granados to somebody. Ivan Redcatch 22. Ivan Redcatch. I was goody, Dark Horse. Just introduce yourself to the panel, to everybody. Dark Horse Boxing.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna let him figure it out. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think Ugas will beat the brakes off of Keefe right now.
Go back to the show.
I don't think Keefe has the hunger, and I don't think Keefe has the durability right now for that dude.
Who we talking, Keith?
Yeah, man. Keefe one slime Thurman.
Keith too fat, man. He too fat. When I say fat, I'm talking like dude's full. He's had his fill. He don't care no more.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care. I think he want to train fighters though, because I seen an article about him training this young guy.
I wouldn't trust him around my kid.
No, I mean that already tells you where his mindset is at, bro. That
Yeah.
like you already thinking about training fighters and all that. That's because you trying to get up out of here, bro. You trying to find some other money now.
Yeah, one foot's out the door, and it's been that way a long time.
Of course, the dude spent like 3 years trying to rub his elbow. He got hit in the elbow by Danny Garcia and evaporated like Thanos after the snap. That's how I know he ain't. But if he fight Ugas, I bet you he'll retire after that.
I think
Yeah, Ugas, yeah, he'll take him out.
Good, Luis Puente was good. Low key New York was good. Sufi 21 and Parokwa was good. Red Club was. I was cracking, man.
Ring, earlier I was watching a video you had posted, and I want to get back on. I want to touch on the subject of how realistic do you think Ugas and Crawford fight would be?
That fight is realistic. Like I'll say that fight is like 40-50% realistic because if things don't go well with Kell Brook, that's the next dude, bro.
However, but you know, being the political lines with PBC and Top Rank, do you think PBC would be willing to send Ugas over the Top Rank?
Yeah, because they don't care about Ugas, bro. They look at Ugas. They look at Ugas the way they look at Ruiz when they let him go over there to fight Joshua. They look at him like that, like, yo, you're not one of our A-level guys, our A guys.
He's expendable, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that fight could happen. I think it's a 50%. If things don't go well with Kell Brook, I think that fight could happen.
The other thing about it is, like, they'd be also looking at it from the possibility that, yeah, we don't really care much about this guy, but he might be good enough to just take that title from Crawford too.
Exactly. They don't lose anything.
That is
true. Yeah, that's why. That's a part of the reason I think that the fight will happen. Hold on, Spade. I'm gonna just mute you for a second because you got like something going on with your mic. All right.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, you got that snap from Thanos, bro.
But yeah, I think they would let him do it though. I do think they would let him do it. One, because he stands a chance. I don't really like his chances. You know, I wouldn't bet on Ugas to win that fight, but he'll make it a fight. It'll be a real good fight. It'll be a hard fight. But that's why it's a 50% chance. Because if you bob you're gonna be like, "Hey, we can't get Brooke and we can't get Sean, but we're gonna gamble on this guy that don't nobody know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's worth it. What kind of money does he want? That's gonna be another thing. What kind of money do he want to take the fight? Because Ugas got to keep it real with himself too. You fought Sean Porter for $300,000, bro.
I think he'd fight Crawford for 300, man.
All right, what's good, dog course?
Yo, what's good?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Hey, man. Yeah, what's up, yo? Hey, I appreciate you showing the channel love, man, and allowing me to plug and do my thing, yo.
It's cool. It's cool.
I got crazy feedback from that, yo.
You know what it was, bro? It's that I seen people take your concept. I didn't realize like where it originally came from, but I seen a surgence of videos addressing the subject, myself included. And I'm like, ain't nobody plugging his channel though. So I'm gonna plug it, like, cause that ain't, it's your concept, bro. You addressed it before anybody. You addressed it a week ago. So you gotta get the props for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, yo, to be honest with you, dog, I've been going around covering boxing matches for the past 2 years. But I don't follow like heavy the people, like the personalities, like the Raheems, Michelles, or whatever. I heard you make a comment yesterday about how like you don't really learn shit from some of those interviews. So I'm not so interested in hearing. I don't even like hearing my own interviews, to be honest with you. When it comes to that, like, are you gonna fight this guy? Why can't this guy? Because I know the answer. It's just business. It's a math problem, you know.
Exactly.
So I don't watch a lot of their shit, but it got sent to me, and obviously, you know, you could hear in the tone of the video that it struck me the wrong way. The truth of the matter is, I work for a bigger outlet than 3 out of 4 of those guys. But I've got my own channel. I am a content creator, and if I ever want to get out from up under my boss's thumb, I got to be able to get credentialed at some point on my own. You know what I mean? And I just think that shit, first of all, it's one of the most un-American ideas you could ever think of, which is
it really was.
It's just like the shittiest fucking thing that you could even think to do. So, you know, I just felt like saying something.
No, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just extend the olive branch that nobody gave me. Right. The trick is get yourself on the schedule. That's the first thing. Get yourself on the schedule to where people know when Dark Horse is uploading content. 2, exhibit the same personality that you did in the video, because that's what really makes people watch videos. Anybody could have an interview, right? Anybody could do that. But when you show like, yo, you know something about the sport, you have insights, you have opinions, just have the discussion, because that's what boxing fans do to each other. And that's why boxing fans watch these channels, to have the discussions, regardless of what side of the argument they on. Long as you do that, them subscribers gonna come in regardless. And if you can get interviews also, that makes it even better, because they think they killing it just getting interviews. Like, bro, I just look at I'm gonna say, I'll probably look at maybe 2 minutes of an interview that they conduct just to get a certain piece of information, to find out a particular piece of information. Fucking video will be like 30 fucking minutes. Like, bro, what the fuck was y'all talking about for 30 minutes? The fuck?
It's a bunch of filler bullshit, bro. Filler bullshit, and it's all personality based. Like, if the guy's in front of the camera, 9 out of 10, it's gonna be one of these big personalities. Hey, what's up there? Oh, you know, it's always gonna be that guy. And usually, if it's the guy behind the camera, it's a little bit more real or whatever. But again, like you said, yo, it's most of it's garbage and a lot of clickbaity shit. I mean, we all know what it is, bro.
Let me just introduce you to everybody that's listening and might not know who you are. For those that are listening that don't know Dark Horse, he's the one who originally covered the story in regards to Radio Raheem, Michelle Joy Phelps's recent comments, Kugan Cassius, Marcos Villegas. He originally addressed that subject before anybody. And, you know, like, if we can have an expanded conversation about that now that you're here, because the stuff I heard was disgusting. Like, the thing about it was, for me, and I'm going to pass it around. I'm going to let BTS go after me, then Mark. The thing that got me was Michelle, because I actually admired her work ethic. I don't know nothing about this person aside from what I see on the tube. So I'm like, I admire that she did her own thing. I admire that she showed that, she could just be more than a set of titties and ass. I admired her for that. And I'm like, I heard that shit. I was like, wow, that's disappointing that you acting like that.
So you want me to comment on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, you know, I kind of somewhat knew her before I actually made it to a boxing event. Again, you know, like I followed boxing closely, so it's impossible for me not to have seen her or Raheem or Coogan or Marcos. I've seen these guys around. Fucking 99% of the time, if I go to a fight and I sit down, the person next to me, whether or not we sit and talk all night, because that ain't always the case. You know, sometimes the guy next to you ain't really with it, and I go with the flow. If somebody wants to talk, we'll talk. If you don't want to talk, we don't talk. But I always say hi to the person next to me,
Yeah.
And from day one, like, I said what's up to her. She popped her head up and looked at me like make it quick, kid. Like, kid, this is show business. What's your name? Let's fucking go. I'm like, yo, straight up. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Yo, and then from then on, it was like, it's that she's that kind of person. She's that kind of person.
I dig it. Like that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she might be feeling herself, but I try to sympathize. I always try to look at both sides of the thing. That from what she said, and she probably get a.
I lost you for yo.
Like she at work. That's what I would be thinking. Like, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because she there to work. She literally at work, so she probably not trying to even poly unless it's someone that she's familiarized with. But when I heard what she said, I was like, wow, dog, like you that kind of person. I'm gonna pass it over to BCS. What did you think about? Did you see did you hear the comments that she made, and what did you think about it?
Yeah, I heard.
All right, I think BCS, I think his mic is having trouble. Mark, what'd you think about it?
About which part, mate? Yo, what's up, Dark Horse? By the way, I shared your shit too, man. It was good shit. Good shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yo, which shit, Julius? Which part?
The shit with Michelle, the shit with
Raheem. Yeah, right. Right. So, Julius, as you know, I've been saving up money now for a while so I can start going over to these events and covering them myself. When I heard when I heard fucking Raheem, the Stan Lee fucking Mark, the biggest fucking idiot I've ever seen or met in my life. This guy was talking about people who only have 200 subscribers. Yo, you need to be qualified. First of all, Radio Raheem's not a qualified journalist. Radio Raheem never picked up a qualification. He's not actually qualified in journalism. He doesn't have a degree in it. He's never done a course.
And that's what was disgusting, that he was like, he came off as so elitist, like, oh, like, I'm not just a YouTuber. Like, yo, hold the fuck up, dog. Do you know how many major platforms? Go ahead, Dark Horse.
My bad. Well, check this out, yo. Not only is Radio not a journalist, he ain't even a fucking YouTuber. He don't even have a channel. If you got 1 subscriber, you got more subscribers than Radio. Seconds out ain't his shit. He works for somebody.
That's true.
I know.
So realistically, I gave him the benefit of the doubt in that video and said Seconds Out's got 450,000. But if that's the case, that Seconds Out 450K. You might not even fucking make it in.
Now, the other part that got to me, when Michelle was talking about, I might have to go and do this shit in a bikini just to make money. Michelle, you've been selling yourself in bikinis before. You did a shoot on Maximum. Get the fuck out of here with that. Don't act like that's beneath you.
Yeah. That's real shit. We got to let Battle get in on this. Battle, did you hear that shit? The comments that they made? And what did you think about that, Battle?
This your boy Baskin Robbins. You know what it is?
What's up, my boy?
Free my man Cold Stone doing Life in the Box. Let's go. But honestly, I think I didn't hear about it until Blue Sports?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Sports brought it out. And what was the story again? She said that I need to sell myself in a bikini, and then Radio Raheem said,
wait, hold on. Battle, which Blue? Because there's Blue Collar Sports and there's Blue Blood Sports.
Blue from yesterday.
Which one?
Blue Collar, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So that's who was just on a second ago, BCS.
Yeah. And basically they're doing a joint stream, right? Ring IQ?
Mm-hmm.
And then what did Radio Raheem say? Because I know what Michelle said, but I didn't hear it.
You know what Raheem said, dog? If you listen to what this man said, he was actually talking about depriving other content uploaders the privilege or the opportunity to get interviews so that they could prioritize him and other channels like his. And I'm like, yo, you just scared of the competition, bro. That's what it really is. Because if you all that, you shouldn't have to worry about dude from Michigan that got 100 subscribers. So if you worried about that, it's because you're nervous.
Well, here's the other thing, Julius. Like, let's say I go over to an event in London, right? And I have to be there for 5 days, and I have to stay somewhere, and so I go to a hostel or a fucking Airbnb or wherever I go, right? That shit cost me that. The travel cost me money, whatever. Altogether, that going to cost me 600, right? Michelle's living in England. You know what I mean? Cougar's living in England. Like, Michelle lives in England most of her time. So, like, if that was the situation, like, why don't I have a right to get my interview if I've gotten the credential? Why don't I have the right to be there if I've paid to go? If I'm paying my money too?
All right, I'm gonna let Sporting get. I was good, Sporting. I'm gonna let Sporting get in on this, and then I'm gonna pass it back over to Dark Horse. Sporting, did you hear what was said, and did it? What's your reaction to what was said?
About Michelle Joy Phelps. I mean, I haven't heard it myself, so I don't really know what context that she was putting it in. But I only know because of yourself, Unrivaled, and the Boxing Jedi and Blue Collar Sports. That's pretty much all I know about it. So I don't know what context it was. The gist that I'm getting is that she's saying that she should get some kind of furlough from the promoters because she's not working.
Exactly. Because that's the most concise way to put it. She wants to act like and not just her, because I'm not going to put it all on her. I'm not going to pigeonhole her.
It wasn't even in context, though. That's the thing. She just came out and said it straight up, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't like lead her in there. It's not like they said. So, how do you feel about where things have gone with your finance or anything? She just burst out of nowhere, going crazy. So did Radio Raheem.
Well, I wanna add this real quick though. Like Raheem, he made a point in the video to say like, well, maybe some of the mid-size fights, the fights that we're not so interested in covering, guys like us can cover.
Yeah.
I forgot your name. I forgot who it was that was saying that they were saving money to do it to cover boxing.
Yeah, that's me.
Sporting Icons or
no, that was Free Smoke. That was Free Smoke.
Okay, Okay. So Mark was saying that like saving money and stacking your bread to be able to cover the sport. So Raheem is essentially saying when Raheem says a mid-size fight, any of these PBC fight or top-ranked fights that we go to are world championship events. So a mid-sized fight to him would be like a Gary Russell Jr. fight, which is still a world championship fighter. So in Raheem's mind, if a world champ is not to his standards, we can send Dark Horse out.
Yeah.
Right? Well, fuck. And that to me is wild. He's not talking about club fights at the Robert Treat in Newark or fucking, the Aviator in Brooklyn. He's talking about legitimate world championship boxing matches that if they don't tickle his fancy, then yeah, go ahead. I'll throw you a fucking bone, kid.
Bro, what they want is an oligopoly. You know what I mean? They want an oligopoly on this shit. They can
like he said, when he said you can cover those because we're not there, I'm like, bro, who the fuck do you think you are, dog? Like, you don't know what somebody spent to make it to the event, where they came from, what their expenses are to try and cover the event so that they could get there, and you're supposed to be the judge and jury as to whether or not they could get any footage? Get the fuck out of here, you social pariah. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And you know what? I'll add this. I was telling my friends in fairness, and then if you guys want me, at that point I'll let you. I don't want to hijack your whole show, but I'm gonna add this little thing right here. Raheem, when I first started coming around, let me tell you something, man. If you watched all three part of my videos, I don't know if you did, but I explained a little bit like about like my past and all that shit. So when I first started coming to these boxing events, my wife's in the car, she's fucking smiling right now. I would have like little almost anxiety attacks and shit, man, because I felt like I did not belong there, like I was stealing something being there or whatever. So I was kind of on edge. And I saw the way Raheem moved in the room and the way he would fucking bum rush his way through scrums and be the first, and he was ultra aggressive. And I always assumed the dude had some sort of fucking juice that nobody else had, that's why he was able to get that shit. Yeah, yo. So I was like, man, I probably can't say nothing to Radio Raheem because they're gonna fucking toss me. And it wasn't until maybe a year into it to where I found out, like, oh no, he ain't shit. I've heard it from enough people. He ain't shit. And
bro,
and that's when things started to change. You know, but I was even myself. I was a little bit shook at first.
Bro, I noticed it, but I try to give, like, I always try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But I noticed it, I'll say about 2 years ago, that the way that some of the interviewees treat him, he remind me of Geraldo. You remember Geraldo in the early 90s when
Geraldo Herrera,
and he got hemmed up in the prison. Like, yo, why is your little ass in? You better get the fuck out of here with that big ass mustache, bro. You gonna get the fuck out.
With the push came to the push, bro.
Word, that's, and I realized, like, yo, also you're like, as far as the pundits, the independent media, because I still think of them as independent media. Unless you work for the New York Times, I'm sorry, bro. Like, don't turn your nose up at nobody. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm listening.
Nose up at nobody, dog. But I realized that, like, yo, he's like a social pariah. Like, he has douche energy. Like you got douche, you got aura of douche.
Bro, I'm gonna sum up Radio Raheem in one picture, yeah? My profile picture right now. That's Radio Raheem.
Hell yeah.
Carlton,
Hell yeah, the Carlton.
Carlton Banks.
What's wrong with Carlton?
Man.
Look, man, I don't got nothing to get. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. Carlton wasn't a douche because of this and that. Carlton was a douche because Carlton was a douche. Like, yo, you a douche, bro. You look down on other people. You look down on people, bro.
You know what was funny, man?
Shout out to the real Carlton. I think he was Dominican or something, right? He was a Hispanic dude.
Yeah, I think he Cuban. Cuban
B? What are you? You're Dominican, right? I heard you speak Spanish. You either Puerto Rican or Dominican.
Dominican.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Cuban.
I dig it. But I'm
That's
gonna let.
up,
He should have put a picture of Walter White, bro.
No, I mean, look, it's more like when I see the way he behaves and the shit that he do, it's like, yo, you know, you a douche. You know, nobody like you. You know what I'm saying? You want some like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, yo, you a man of very loose ethics. You know what I'm saying? You a man of very loose ethics, like, and you are not a respectable person. And I actually felt sorry for him when Deontay barked on him. Like, I actually felt bad for him. Like, bro, you ain't had to do that to him. Why you gonna put him on blast like that in front of all them people? But the more I see of the guy, I'm like, yo, you really a fucking douchebag, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt about that, yo. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't really like racial, like identity politics, or I try to stay away from that. I try to be objective about whatever it is I'm talking about. I don't feel disadvantaged in any way, or like anything was taken from me in my life or whatever. And that's just my take on the shit. But so when I heard Wilder bark on him like that, like, yo, people, you know, I said, damn, yo, that was a little bit out of pocket. But then again, just like you said, the more I watch this guy, the more I see him, the more I realize that, okay, Wilder at that point had more interactions with him than me, number one, so he knows what the fuck he's about. Two, he's probably got some inside information that I don't know about. And three, would I ever speak to a Latino fighter, a Cuban fighter, Puerto Rican fighter, and say, your people? No. You know what I mean? So add all that shit up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of get it now. Like, I get why he barked on.
I went out. Now I'm gonna pass it around after I say this. I'm gonna pass it around, but I went out on a limb for him because I figured, you know what Raheem is doing? He's giving him a platform to address the subject by not interjecting himself into it. I'm thinking, he's just trying to be a journalist. He's trying to be unbiased. I could dig it. You ain't had to talk to him like that. You could have answered his question. You barked on him and you pigeonholed him, and that's embarrassing, bro. Like, you ain't had to do that, man, like that. Like that. That's how I felt at that time. Now I'm thinking, like, yo, you motherfucking asshole. You deserve that shit. Like, ooh, you motherfucker.
Didn't Wilder later apologize for it?
Yeah, he did. He gave him a solo after that because I seen it. But he was going.
Yeah, because usually Wilder is really cordial and really, you know, what's the name with interviews. You know, you like, despite what you see a lot of times when he's promoting a fight, he's usually really, really nice with interviews.
Yeah, like I see.
Wilder's a legit dude, yo. He's like really, like, he'll give you, if he's got the time, he'll give it to you, yo. You know, AJ's not so much like that. Wilder will walk through the streets in Brooklyn and fucking walk around with the people, and I'll certainly say that about him, yo. He's very given of his time.
I'll say, I feel like Wilder puts on a persona when the cameras are rolling, which is, you know, it's occupational. It's a part of his occupation. Because that's believe it or not, you're not the only person I heard that said that he's actually really nice. But a part of what I heard was that some of the stuff that you see on the TV, he ain't like that.
Yeah, like I've heard I've heard a decent amount of people that despite him being such a seem like a mean person is Ray Mancini. I've heard a decent amount of people say he's a cool guy, but it seems like he's just a hole when you look at him fighting when you see him on camera.
Yeah, it go back to the old proverb: "Don't judge a book by its cover." You know what I mean? And that's a way to live through life. Like, bro, don't let one thing give you a skewed perception of things, because everything has more than one dimension. But we ain't gonna get it, and we ain't gonna get him no more airplay. We was talking about Keith Thurman and Yordenis Ugas, and
man. Hey guys, I'm with my old lady, man. We were supposed to be hanging out. I'm gonna dip off. I appreciate you having me on, though, my boy. I really do.
No problem, bro. Anytime you feel like coming on and chopping it up, if I'm live, feel free. Enjoy your night, bro.
Hey, thank you, guys. Thanks for meeting you, and we'll be in touch soon.
All right.
Take care, bro.
All right, later.
All right now.
All right, now Ugas, Keith Thurman. I'm gonna pass it around. I know Sporting has not gotten a chance to address that fight. Cotto hasn't gotten a chance to address that fight. I'm gonna start with Sporting. If Ugas is in the same ring with Keith Thurman, how bad is the beating?
Right now, it wouldn't look too good for Thurman. I do think Keith Thurman gets a bad rap. I think if Keith Thurman is a bit more committed and a bit more active, he can beat him. But
really?
Right now, I don't think he'll beat him.
All right, I'm gonna give it to Cotto. Cotto, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, how bad is the beating?
It's such a loaded question, bro.
It's not loaded. I didn't say who's getting beat. I didn't say who's getting beat.
What's going on, fellas? I gotta go at this moment, at this stage in Keith Thurman's career. I gotta go with Ugas. The beating, how bad it is. I think that it would basically, we can comfortably say, even though it would probably be, we would have to put him almost near the door of a journeyman if he loses to Ugas and totally forgotten with the bigger fights. And then Ugas would basically take his place and be like that tough contender where, he possibly could get, if this fight comes before Crawford, which I'm hoping Crawford comes before that, but I'm just saying, then, he'll probably get that shot with Crawford because of that fight. Like, that'll be a signature fight to get him in that door.
All right, I'm gonna pass it over to Blue Collar because I think Blue Collar was trying to answer it, but he didn't get the chance. I think something was going on with his mic. All right, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, Blue Collar. How bad is the beating? It's so bad he don't want to talk about it.
He's probably AFK right now. He jumped on and probably went for a piss.
Oh shit, man!
Did Baskin Robbins answer the question?
Battle didn't get to talk about it. Battle, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas. How bad is the beating?
I don't think it's that bad. I think Keith Thurman actually drops him one time in the fight. I think he gets him with one of those, one of those Keith Thurmans. I'm gonna throw my widest hook ever and knocks him down. I think because Keith Thurman, he telegraphs a lot, but man, that dude got great timing, man. But I think it's probably not going to be so situational to where he's going to be taking all those nasty body shots that Sean Porter took, because Sean Porter used that as a commit. He's a shorter fighter, so I'd say that Keith Thurman, he's going to look kind of of course, a little seasoned, but I don't think this fight going to be so much damage to him. Is it a good fight for him to take coming out of the layoff? I think it's a good fight. But yeah,
I don't think he. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Keith Thurman parks near that man's car, much less steps in the same ring with him. That's just me, but I would love to see it because I'm like, yo, you know what, Keith? He do hit hard. He can hit. He don't be knocking people out, but he can hit. Bundu said he can hit, right? That's got to count for something.
He also said he hits harder than Spence, even though he got slept by Spence.
and I don't believe that shit. Like, I don't believe that. You got knocked out by Spence, bro. Like, he knocked you out. So I don't need you to answer the question because Spence just answered the question. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to tell me who hit harder. We see Spence knocked you out. All right, he hits harder. All right, now what's some others? What's some other?
Blue collar's back.
Blue
Yeah,
collar?
man. Yeah, sorry about that. My internet was messing up. Put it that way.
Okay, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, the beating. How bad is it?
Yeah, I think he'll send Keith Thurman on retirement, no doubt. In my mind, yeah, I can't see him. He's not the same fighter anymore. He doesn't want to box, man. He doesn't want to box. He's going to stick around, try and get one more pay-per-view fight. If he fights Yordenis Ugas next, I'll donate 20 quid to a charity of your choosing. It's not going to happen.
All right, let's look at a different subject now. Tyson Fury just said on Anthony Joshua, I'll knock him out in 2 or 3 rounds. I'm going to start with myself. I'm not convinced, and this is going to be this. I could tell before I say this shit. This is going to light this shit on fire. I don't think Tyson Fury's mentally strong enough to beat Anthony Joshua. I don't. Mark, what say you? All right. Well, I took the words right out of Mark's mouth.
I'm trying to process that. I'm
sorry. I don't think he's mentally strong enough. I don't. He knows, bro. This is not Wilder, bro. This is not a guy that's relying on one fucking punch.
I get that.
Yeah, he beat one of the greatest of all time in Deontay Wilder. And
no, bro, no, wrong. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. He beat one of the greatest of all time, Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
No, I said it right the first time.
No, you said it wrong.
I think he has the mental capacity to beat AJ. I think it's a good chance. I think it's a good chance that he actually beats AJ. I mean,
I don't see when I look for the substance in the argument. I don't. It's like I know he's a great boxer. He's ambidextrous. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. But it's not like with Wilder. It's not like that. And it's not even like it was with Vlad. With Vlad, you was the hungry young contender on a come up and you looking to make waves. So you had that energy. I think that, and as Mark would say, he's gonna capitulate. You know? If he's perceived as being the favorite to win the fight, he's gonna capitulate, as Mark would say. All right, blue collar, what say you?
Damn, it's interesting you brought up like the mental side of things. With that fight, if we're talking like on the mental side, if you look at Tyson Fury's biggest fights, he wasn't supposed to beat Vladimir Klitschko. He went in there underdog mentality. He wasn't supposed to win. He was supposed to get knocked out by Deontay Wilder in that first fight, underdog. Even in the second fight, a lot of people were doubting him. All of these fights, he wasn't a clear favorite or he was the underdog. Against Anthony Joshua, he is the favorite.
Yep.
The pressure's on him. How does Tyson respond to that in a big fight scenario? We've never seen it. So I wonder if that's going to affect his performance. The style he beat Wilder coming forwards, I think that's very risky against Joshua. If he's if it's in his mind that he's now a seek and destroy type fighter, Joshua is a lot more offensively versatile than Wilder.
Yep.
Punches with both hands, combinations, hand speed, great at mid range. You know, very good finisher. You can't fight that same fight against Anthony Joshua. If Fury adopts those tactics, there's a very good chance he gets knocked out. I think he needs to revert to type against Joshua, stick and move. You know, make Joshua take the lead, kind of thing.
I think that's his best bet to beat a pure boxer. Stick and move.
I think the other thing is that I called it wrong last time, but I think I'm going to be dead on. If him and Joshua fight, I think he'll fight Joshua Southpaw.
Yeah. And
I really do. And the main reason why is it gets rid of Joshua's left hook.
Yeah, but Joshua does pretty good against southpaws. Didn't he? At least as far as his pro record. Didn't he? How many southpaws has he fought? It was Charles Martin and who else? He fought another southpaw. He fought another southpaw before he even fought Charles Martin. Let me let Cotto answer this question. All right, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. How do you see that?
Honestly, bro, you guys might laugh. I see a draw.
A draw.
Yeah, if that was to happen. You know
What?
why?
I
You know
can see
why?
that. I can actually see that, bro.
You know why I would see a draw? Simply because Joshua's more tactical. He's got more. Tools in his toolbox now. He can fight going backwards, and so that means that if Fury was to come with that, with that instinct like he was with Wilder, or if he was to become the boxer, I think that the dimensions now that he's gained, which is Joshua, I think he has enough to play chess with him.
All right. Sporting, Joshua, Fury. What's the verdict?
Well, that fight ain't gonna happen because Dillian White's gonna knock Tyson Fury smooth out first. So sorry about that.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Wait, what happened?
You did, Spartan. Tell Dillian White from me yourself. Yeah, don't get into the ring with Tyson Fury. He's gonna lose.
He stands a chance.
He's gonna lose. This is what I tell Dillian White to do. Yeah. Go and fucking fight a couple of people, wait out, cash in mandatory on the undisputed person. That's what you should do.
Stands a chance, man. Stands a chance.
Yeah.
But all right, let's just say we're in a Walmart parking lot somewhere on earth. There's Anthony Joshua there. There's Tyson Fury there. Julius pops up. He's got a ring for them to fight in. What happens?
No boxing gloves,
That fight can
Tyson
go
Fury.
multiple ways. That way, I can see an outcome for both. To be honest, I can see Tyson stopping Joshua. I can see Joshua stopping Tyson. I can see either one winning on points. I can see a robbery potentially as well, probably in favor of Joshua. But I think if I had to put money on it, I'll probably have to go Fury at this point on points.
I go Joshua decision behind meaningful punches. I don't think that I don't think somebody. I mean, I can see Fury getting knocked out. I don't rule it out. But what I see is that all that shit that works on these other guys, it's not going to work on this guy because he's an Olympic level boxer. That's what he is. He does not have to go in there trying to knock you out, dog. He don't got to do that. All that
I need
shit.
to see what kind of AJ is going to turn up at Pulev. Is AJ now going to be changing his entire style like he done with Ruiz, like what Klitschko done after Klitschko got beat up a few times? He totally changed his style. Is Joshua now going to change his style? Is he going to be more defensive and gun shy?
I think he's going to be like a biggest tactical gladiator. He's going to he's going to throw combinations, but like at the end of them, or like maybe in the middle towards the end of his, punch variation, is going to be power shots. And that uppercut, Fury has to really, really stay away mid to close range away from Joshua because that's becoming class, kid. That uppercut is no joke, man.
I'm gonna say let me shout out Crazy. Shout out to Crazy D3. He says it would be interesting to see what type of mind games Fury will use on Joshua in the press conferences, and that's just it. I don't see Joshua taking the bait. You can bait other guys into that stuff, guys that you know. There's certain guys like you can see it was getting to Vladimir, but and in the first fight you could see it was getting to Wilder. It was getting to Wilder in the first fight. Wilder talked better shit in the second fight. But I don't see
Julius, can I say something? You know when you talk about all that little shit that he pulls and stuff, like it not working because Joshua is an Olympic level boxer and everything, right? so was Klitschko.
Yeah.
But Klitschko is also an ATG heavyweight. Joshua hasn't reached that.
Yeah, but the circumstances are so different. When he fought Klitschko, you're talking about a guy who's reigned as a world champion for like close to 10 years. All right. He's fought all over the place. He's fought whatever this fucking division has to offer, short of my own brother. I've dealt with it, more or less, short of my own brother. So this guy talking this shit, he talking to me like he want to do something to me. That's going to throw me off because I have bottlenecked this division more or less already. Tyson,
but all of Klitschko's opponents talk mad shit to him.
Yeah, but it's different. You know what was different about that fight? Tyson Fury's dimensions. That this is not Calvin Brock. This is not Alexander Povetkin. This is not Kubrat. Like that, you know in your heart, like yo, I'm not going to be able to treat him the way I treated them. And he's talking shit. I
think Fury's mind games can get to Joshua. I can't lie. Like Joshua, he was biting against Dillian White in the build-up. He was biting against Jarell Miller. And Jarell Miller's a fucking idiot. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's fucking. I can't stand that fucking lava motherfucker. I can't stand them, bro.
I liked the passion. I liked the passion in that. Can I hear it one more time? No, that was a really good soundbite.
Coming from who?
Jarell Miller's a fucking idiot.
He's a fuck. Yeah, that's go ahead, Blue.
No, he is. He's a fucking idiot, man. I mean, schoolyard humor. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that dude, man. I don't like that.
You know, I think AJ is like.
I don't know, Battle.
Sorry, but
you're gonna come up with some crazy analogy. Like I don't know,
Yep,
John Wayne Gacy, bro.
Yeah,
John Wayne
probably.
Gacy.
But I think AJ is basically Jared Hurd, in my opinion. because let me explain. Let me explain.
No.
All right. So nah, you gotta.
I don't want to hear this, bro. I don't want to hear this.
Go ahead, Battle. Just tell me how this guy's like Jared Hurd, though. Like I never saw that coming.
Okay, so AJ is a guy who, in my opinion, can't box all that well as far as sitting back on the back foot and boxing. He can't. He's not all that defensively responsible, but his offense is just so good that he usually just obliterates his opponents. And I think that's the reason why he's got to this level. So yeah, he has that top level offense to where he can get to the highest levels in his weight class. But considering it comes to Fury, as far as boxing skills, he's not all that great. Let me take that back. As far as boxing skills, as far as I'm not going to slug with you, I'm not going to try to out muscle you, or I'm not going to try to out volume you. That type of boxing where I'm going to sit back, get behind my jab, box on the back foot, use angles, use a lot of movements. I don't think he's all that great at it. So is that comparison too crazy?
You know what? You know what I think is so crazy, bro? Because like, all right, because when you bring up Hurd, I think of Hurd, dog. Like I think of what he does. Like, all right, so you just gonna block punches with your face, then? Good idea. You know that'll win you the fight, and that's gonna work on certain guys. But Joshua's a lot better than he's given credit for. Like I don't know why motherfuckers don't get that man his props. Like yo, that boy can box, man. He's a real good boxer. Do I think he's as nuanced as Tyson Fury? No, he doesn't have the little nuance.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Horrible example. Are you saying that he just put on a showman's performance against the guy? Because he didn't.
But who you talking about, Jared Hurd or
question marks?
That's not it.
I don't know, man.
Battle, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Battle. I love you, but sometimes talking to you is like talking to a paranoid schizophrenic.
A little. Because I didn't see that. I didn't see that. All right, let's.
I'm addressing question mark in the comments.
All right. Let's talk about another one. We know that Joe Joyce wants problems with Jarell Miller. He's wanted problems with Jarell Miller for at least a year now. All right, I'm gonna start with Sporting. Joe Joyce, if he beats Daniel Dubois, does he beat Big Pharmacy?
Joe Joyce talks a lot, don't do a lot, and I like Joe Joyce, but all he does, he talks out Miller. He talks out Ortiz, he talks out AJ, he talks out White, he talks out Chisora. None of these fights happen. There's a reason for it. Because his manager, Sam Jones, ain't going to risk him. And I think it's acceptable after what Jennings done to him. And I do believe that Jennings, there's an argument that he beat him.
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't think that Joe Joyce is of that caliber just yet. But he can beat Miller.
All right, I'm gonna bring it over to Cotto. Joe Joyce, Jarell Miller. What happens?
It's not because I don't like Jarell Miller. It's just I just feel Jarell Miller is very, very green. Joe Joyce definitely ices him. And I would say somewhere in the 6th, 7th, most definitely.
That's gutsy. That's gutsy. Blue collar. Joe Joyce on an unstoppable forts meets an uneatable cheeseburger.
It's got brain damage written all over it. I'll say that much. But I don't rate Joe Joyce. I can't lie. I think the guy's grossly overrated. He's a knockout waiting to happen. I think Big Pharma beats him, to be honest with you. He'll eat him up, no doubt.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this conversation. I got to take it to battle. I know he's going to go to fucking Mars with this. All right. battle. When an unstoppable force meets an uneatable cheeseburger, what happens?
And Jarell Miller basically schools Joyce.
Schools
in the sense that he massively outpoints him.
with textbooks.
Yeah, he got the ruler and the reading glasses.
With the sharpener that comes with the pencils.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh, wow. All right, let's take it over to Island Mark. Immovable cheeseburger that cannot be eaten, unstoppable force.
It depends. Is this just based on Miller on the drugs? Yeah.
Yeah, Miller on the drugs. That's the only Miller we've seen.
Okay. I think Miller beats the dog shit out of him
on the drugs.
Yeah, I think he. I think Joyce is actually quite weak to getting hit. People don't see it as much as they probably should. He got tagged with a couple of jabs to the body from Brian Jennings, and he was folding. He's a flat track bully. I've seen Miller get hit and then just walk through it like it doesn't matter. Yes, he's been tagged a couple of times himself, but he's shown more ability to take a punch. Joyce is slower than Miller. Miller has more volume, quicker hands, and he shows more pressure. Joyce is a slicker boxer, but I think Miller would wear him out and beat the shit out of him and probably make him quit in 8 or 9 rounds. I think Miller makes Joyce quit.
But he's I can shout out to Mark. All right, actual. All right. There's an unstoppable force, and on the other side, it's an uneatable cheeseburger. What happens?
You know what, man? I gotta go with Joyce, man. You know, I think Miller, he's been found out. He's been juiced up for a long time. He's gonna come back. He's not gonna be the same guy. But that's
not what we're talking about. We're talking about him on the juice.
We're talking about with drugs. We're talking about with the drugs. We're talking about he's gonna find a way around. I'm telling you right now.
With the drugs.
With the drugs.
Oh. Oh, shit, I didn't hear that part.
The only time he ever got found out was when he was gonna fight AJ, bro.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then I got Miller by late round demolition by the 10th.
I'm gonna say
I think the work rate.
I just want to add.
He can get caught. Miller can get caught though.
I just want to add this: there are people that I think that could beat Miller, even if he's on the drugs. There are people I think could beat him real fucking bad. Something tells me in my foot the unrapeable one would rape him because he can't be raped.
I think if Joyce can put on just like a kind of like a show that Hellenius did, a number like Hellenius did, recently to ski. I think he can get him out of there, but he's got to make Miller miss a lot. Miller does misses a lot. So
because all Miller really does is bear down on guys. Like it's not like he's doing something. It's not like he's doing something to get there. He just bears down on guys. He gets in that high guard, catches the shots on his gloves, and once he gets close, he lets his hands go. But it's nothing nuanced about it. Like you there to be hit too. As long as the guy that you fighting has a good set of legs under him, he could take that half step back and pop you right in your fucking face. So Miller's the shit about Joyce is slow as shit. Like that's people not saying that for nothing. Like, yo, he really is slow. Like it's like watching a slow motion punch.
He got good feet though.
He does have good feet. And that's why it's intriguing.
It's like a brick though. It's like it's like 2 bricks in a 2x4.
And Miller hasn't fought no punches, bro. Fred Kasi, Tamaz Adamek, Bogdan Dinu. You have not fought no punches. So
hey, yo, hold up a second. Put some respect on my boy fucking Bogdan's name, bro. He had Pulev all over Queer Street, bro.
Yeah, you're right. But Pulev, you're right. You're right. For I'm gonna say, and I said this in a video after the fight, that if Bogdan Dinu had more time to be a full-time boxer because he's a cop, he's a member of the SWAT in Romania. If he had more time to be a full-time boxer, he would probably be. He maybe could get the world level. I don't see him winning a belt from nobody, but he does okay for the first 3 rounds of a fight.
He's one of the most dangerous first 3-round fighters out there. Like honestly, he is.
I think that was like Pulev, like the most he ever been hurt.
Yeah.
Nah, second most. You're forgetting about Vladimir Klitschko turned into Superman and jumped across that ring with a flying left hook on that dude, bro.
Klitschko. Shout out to Klitschko wherever you are. We see you, Vladimir.
Did you say Eric Klitschko?
I said Eric Klitschko. I said Vladimir Klitschko.
I thought you said Air Klitschko. Air.
Like who?
Gary Jordan.
Oh shit. All right, I didn't get to ask actual about the beating. All right, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, the beating. How bad is it?
Oh, I was saying in the background, I got Ugas by his late round stoppage. I think Keith is just too shot, man. He's just shot. It just shows. He shows the last few fights he shot. He doesn't have that fire and desire, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna do. He's gonna try to back up a little bit, try to catch him coming in, and Ugas is gonna see that. He's just gonna eat him up, all night to the body. He's gonna get him to the body early, and he's gonna get him either Keith is gonna quit on the stool, or the corner's gonna stop it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see it being one of them joints the way he catch one in the midsection, and he just he ain't gonna get knocked smooth out. But he'll catch one in the midsection and stay down there. Like it's a wrap.
I'm gonna say something crazy. I want to say something a little crazy. I think if boxing was fair and all the results went the right way, I think there's a possibility Yordenis Ugas could beat every one of those guys.
I don't think he beats Crawford, but I think he gives Spence. Something tells me that he gives Spence a very long night. A very long night.
I think he could give Crawford nightmares.
Possibly.
I do.
I don't rule it out. I think he
Crawford. I definitely see that a 50-50 fight, man. Ugas and Crawford is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion.
Man, Crawford ices him.
Nah, I don't think so.
Not this.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not
I don't see it.
I don't see him knocking him out, but I can see him winning a slow fight. I could see Crawford winning one thing. It's not like Ugas ain't ever lost before, so let's get that right out the motherfucking way. He has. But he is a better version of himself right now. The thing is, I could see Crawford slowing that fight down and just winning the rounds behind clean punches. It's just hard because Ugas could hit. He got some power and he's got length. And that's going to make it a little bit awkward. He's got length and he can really box. Guy goes to the body too. You got to love that.
I just see, Crawford's too many dimensions on Ugas and basically hitting hard with both hands and just like you said, slowing them down to a point where probably by the 8th, heading into the 10th, is going to be a stoppage.
My only problem with that is as Crawford opens up, Ugas has terrific timing.
He does.
Terrific timing.
Yeah,
he's got a beautiful ability to fight off beat. And Crawford's brilliant at slowing the fight down and making it go off beat, but Ugas is very good at doing that. So that would be one thing that Crawford wouldn't really be able to do, is go into an offbeat style of fight with Ugas, because Ugas is used to doing it more than Crawford.
My only question
against post stall. Sure.
Can Ugas put on the gas to keep going and get his punch output? He gets in a few, and then after a while, he tires out, and then he'll back off for like a half a minute.
Well, I mean, we can't forget the Sean Porter fight. We can't. That's why I'm like, look, Ugas is a high risk, low reward guy, and I acknowledge that. But at the same time, I don't see a guy that Crawford can't beat. Like, bro, there was too many quiet moments against Porter that you could have took advantage of. That'll happen to you even worse with Crawford because he's trying to slow the fight down. It'll be worse.
Who you all think will be undisputed at 147?
I don't think
not in this era. Not in this era.
I don't think we're gonna get that sport, and I really don't. Like, it's just at this point, it's like, bro, I'm like, man, you know what's gonna happen? Spencer's gonna go to 54, man.
He gonna leave. I said that, man, way before the Crawford fight, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. I think Manny Crawford is gonna happen before Spence Crawford, because Crawford is gonna move up 154.
Yeah, like they're not going to let Spence. Like, you know how bad it'll look that they invested so much in Spence to let him fight Crawford. Like, he'll get beat, bro. Like, I don't have a doubt in my mind. Like, Ioka versus Tanaka, I have more doubts about that. Or Better Beef Bivol, I have doubts about that. And I got Bivol and I got Tanaka. Come to Spence Crawford, bro. Like, that's easy money. Crawford, easy. Crawford. That's not an argument to me, dog. That's not even like. You crazy, right? Now I see him
Hey,
10
what?
penny. 10 penny. Somebody give 10 penny the opportunity. I'm gonna post a lick for 10 penny because he want to get on here. He want to.
No, he was saying that to Troy Graham.
Yeah, I'll jump off.
He was saying that to Troy Graham. He was
Yeah,
asking for his channel.
I was gonna bounce out too, fellas, man. Thanks for having me, Jay and Mark, man, and are definitely sporting icons, man. Peace to y'all and actual
Good
fact
day, brother.
and Blue, no doubt, man. Thank you guys, man. No doubt, man. Enjoy your
Take
weekend.
care. Take care, Carter.
All right, guys.
Take
God
care.
bless.
Peace.
Yeah, we gonna let some people get in
Now
on
for
it.
me,
I'm gonna jump off too, Rank. Thanks for having me on, man. Somebody else could burn, man. Thanks, brother. Fellas.
Yo, Jay, add Dan in. He's been waiting backstage for like 50 minutes.
I bet I got Dan right now. All right, let me let Tony in too. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask
make a
Tony.
prediction.
All right, let's let. I'm gonna
Right,
let.
I'm gonna make a prediction for undisputed 147. Josh Kelly. What are you saying?
You're crazy.
No,
You're crazy.
I wanna say this. Spartan, if you're gonna make that prediction, right? I'll make a prediction with you right now, yeah? I'll make a prediction with you right now. Unless it's a vacant title, Josh Kelly will never become a world champion. I bet you £500 right now.
World champion.
A world champion, unless it's a vacant belt. He has to pick it up from a champion. £500.
Ooh.
Well, technically, if there's a vacant belt, whoever vacated
No,
it, that's Josh Kelly, right?
I'm saying this. I'm saying this right now. That he's not beating the champion for a belt in his career. A world champion.
Ooh.
£500.
Oh.
He will.
Jesus.
I bet £500. Yes or no?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, deal.
Jesus.
That's a hell of a bet.
Right. All right, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. All right, we're gonna start with Tony, but then we're gonna pass it to Dan. Tony, Ugas Thurman, the beating. How bad is it?
I have it a 12-round decision. Ugas, I don't think Thurman has much left. He did show some success in the later rounds against Pacquiao, but I think that was more or less due to Pacquiao being older and older people tired down the stretch. I just think Ugas is too much for him. I don't know what Thurman has left. I don't even know if Thurman will be the same fighter. I think Ugas counter punches him, and Thurman's style is just bad against the Ugas.
All right, now I'm gonna give it to Dan. Dan, Thurman, Ugas, the beating. How bad is it?
Oh boy. All right. Well, I think the fight will start out great in the beginning. As the fight wears on, Ugas is definitely going to start getting the Queefy, and once he starts going to his body, man, Queef's in trouble. And I
love how you calling him Queef. Like I love how you calling him Queef.
And
I got
Where did that
Ugas.
fucking start from, bro? Who started Queef?
Ring did.
Yeah, that was years ago, man. That was years ago. Queef Thurman.
I've been hearing that for like 4 or 5 years, man. Fuck that shit.
But I got Ugas a mid to late round stoppage, and with a discouraged Keith Thurman on his stool, probably retiring after he loses.
All right.
Oh.
Now hold on. I gotta go back to Tony. All right, Tony. Jarell Miller.
Somebody's mic is clicking, by the way.
I got you. All right.
Right, guys,
Jarell
I need to
Miller.
get off.
All right, Sporting. Take care of yourself, bro.
Well, thanks very much for having me on. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Peace.
All right, Tony.
Have a good one.
Joe Joyce, Jarell Miller. What happens?
Well, Joe Joyce walks like he has no legs, so he can't move because he's too slow. So what's going to happen is, with or without drugs, Big Pharma, he's just going to put his guard up and do what he always does. He's just going to walk him into the ropes, lay his weight on him, 320 pounds. He's going to beat him to the stomach, and then he's going to catch his head because, unfortunately, Joe Joyce can't move his head at all. He just catches punches to the face. And he would get beat with ease. I don't even think it would go past 5 rounds, to be honest with you.
Really? That fast, dog?
Yeah, you got to understand, like, I don't even think Joe Joyce could hurt Jarell Miller, just because before Jarell Miller went into boxing, he was a kickboxer, and he took kicks to the head and absorbed a lot of them with no problems. And a kick's going to hit you harder than a punch.
That's a fair point. I've never heard that point raised. That's a good point. That's a good point. And he actually won a couple fights as a kickboxer too, right?
Yeah.
Or was that Dillian White? Because they both
Dillian did as well.
Yeah. All right. Let's. All
But
right.
another thing too, though, the reason why he's gonna win, New York. We all know.
I know. I knew you was going to do that. I swear to God, I knew you was going to. It's because he's from Brooklyn. I dig it. All right. I do that with the Yankees. I do that with the Giants. I dig it. I'm gonna take it back to Dan. Dan, Jarell Miller, Joe Joyce. What happens?
I'm gonna say, really what it boils down to really is whether if Joe Joyce can't hurt Jarell Miller properly to win the fight, then forget it. I got Miller going to a decision. More than likely, he'll probably tire out, but I agree. Joy Joyce definitely is slow and lacks movement, and he will be a sitting target for Miller. But Miller's stamina let me ask you this: he's not going to be on the juice, right? He's just going to be.
No,
he's
doing. With the juice. This is with the OJ. The OJ.
With the OJ? Oh yeah, if that's the case, Miller, no question. I got him going to a 12-round unanimous decision.
All right, let's bring it over to P. Ugas.
Yo, what's up?
All right, we got a beating we got to talk about. All right, we got Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas. How bad is the beating?
I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but Ugas wins for me. It's gonna be probably points decision to Ugas, but I don't think it's not gonna be a proper beating.
All right, next one, Miller, Joyce. How bad is the beating?
Well, on the juice, yeah.
On the juice.
Wow, it's gonna be badly, man. Miller might even kill him. I don't know, man.
Yo, that went from 0 to 1,000. That went from 0 to 1,000.
Jesus Christ, dog! Like, really, he's gonna kill him? Well, you know what? Let me. It could happen. It could happen.
Nah, hold on, bro.
He's got fast hand, man. Like that guy is fast. Have you not seen it?
I don't give a crap, bro. He wasn't able to kill Thomas Adamak, and he had a 100-pound weight advantage.
That is true, dog.
Yeah, but this is the guy that lost a lot of money. Like, there's full of anchor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna go wild at him. If that is his next fight. RIP.
Yeah, but you need to remember, Joyce is angry now too because Daniel Dubois was slagging off his mum for being blind.
That's true.
But he didn't. No, but I've seen him in a lot of interviews, and he's like really calm and too nice. Joe Joyce is just too nice, man.
Yeah, but I be hearing that he's in the gym stabbing bunny rabbits and shit and punching holes in the wall and throwing darts at Daniel Dubois' face. He's angry, bro.
Daniel's still good. I mean, I don't even know why I'm talking about Joyce because I got Daniel knocking him the fuck out.
Yeah, man, 100%. Slow Joyce, man. Slow Joyce is getting knocked out by Daniel.
That's how I look at it. Tony, talk about it, Tony.
Man, let me tell you something. Dubious, he's going to get exposed so bad against Joe Joyce. And I don't even have Joe Joyce as an elite heavyweight. I wouldn't even put Joe Joyce as a top 10 heavyweight, but he is going to knock him out. I guarantee he sparks within 7 rounds.
Hey, Tony. I got $20. Says otherwise, Tony. That's what I got.
Oh, we could take that bet. I'll bet $20.
Yo, bro. Every time there's a stream, I'm not even joking, on this channel on a fucking Friday night or Saturday morning for me, there's always bets.
Goddamn right. That's what we do. All right? I believe what I'm saying. And Dangerous Daniel Dubois, he is going to smoke Joe Butterfly Eyes Joyce. That dude eyelashes is too goddamn long for heavyweight boxing.
Julius, in the last 3 weeks on your channel, my channel, and other channels, including Sporting now, I've got 840 quid, and there's no boxing even taking place. I've got 840 quid on the go.
Damn,
it's all right because we know we're gonna get that fight. Like, if at minimum, either they're gonna have interim fights and fight on the same card and then fight each other, or they're gonna fight next. But we know that the fight is gonna get made. That much we know. So it's a good standing bet. I got $20. Says Dangerous Daniel Dubois smokes Joe Joyce like a pack of cools. Ow!
Daniel Dubois, he's angry. He's not laughing. I like his personality, the way he acts. He's too vicious. Like, he ain't gonna be nice to him, man. He said something bad about his mom. I don't agree with that. And Joe Joyce is not defending his mom the way he should be, like a man. And I think it's looking bad, man.
Listen, that straight 1-2 from the outside, the way he steps into it, Joe is too slow for that, dog. And he don't.
I've never heard anybody say they like Daniel Dubois' personality until today.
He's got a sparkling personality, that kid, man.
I didn't
like
even
his
know he had a
personality.
personality.
I like his personality because he's quiet and he's angry. I like that. I like that in a fighter.
Listen, Joe. Daniel Dubois. Do you see the size of this kid's neck, man? I'd wager that this kid takes a great punch. He's got a great shock absorber for a neck, man. It reminds me of Tyson in the 80s.
I disagree. Like Lardy heard him, and Lardy was just coming off of an airplane right before he went into the fight.
Yeah.
Dude was out of shape. I'm telling you,
that's not.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. As slow as Joe Joyce is, he's gonna look fast next to him. Watch.
No.
Mark my words. Watch what he's gonna do to this boy.
Everybody keeps telling me about the goddamn. I saw the same fight you guys did, dog. Yes, Lardy got through with a couple of shots. It's a boxing match. He's gonna get through with something. Lardy was undefeated too. Okay, all right.
And this whole getting off of a plane right before the fight, he was there like for 10 days.
Yeah, Joyce don't like it to the body, man. He's gonna get knocked out to the body. That left hook to the body. He's gonna get folded. It's not gonna be competitive. Joe Joyce could throw a punch. I'll go in the other room, make a cup of coffee. I'll come back. Still not fucking landed. He's useless.
Yeah, I'm not. Dell's not wrong though. Dell's not wrong. They were doing a replay of Joyce, right? There was like 25 seconds left, and they wanted to talk about combination shit, right? There's 25 seconds left before the round were to begin, right? This was a 4-punch combination. And then all of a sudden it ends, and you're 20 seconds into the next round. That's no joke, bro. That actually happened.
Let me tell you something, BCS. You better get that Folgers for your punch, because when he connects, that boy going to sleep. I don't think he's got a chin, and I think he's going to get exposed.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't think that Joe has that kind of power to where it's just gonna be that simple. Joe's best bet is for Daniel to gas after the mid rounds. Then okay, you got a shot. But I really don't see this thing getting that far, dog.
First thing I want to ask Tony is, Tony, have you ever seen Joe Joyce versus Sergey Kuzmin?
Possibly. I'd have to look and see what.
It was an amateur fight. It was an amateur.
No. Then I have not.
Okay, right. So Joyce got folded up like a pretzel. Now, this same Sergey Kuzmin who couldn't drop David Price.
Same Sergey Kuzmin who couldn't really hit. Wait. Yeah, who Kuzmin fought Michael Hunter, right?
Yeah,
he got slapped around like a little.
Yeah, he got slapped around by Michael, and Michael Hunter was a cruiserweight. God damn it! You know,
I get the idea of rating Dubois a certain way.
How old was Joe Joyce whenever he got into boxing and went into the amateurs? How old was he? 14.
Lots of experience.
I thought Joe Joyce started really late in life. No,
that's Anthony Joshua, bro.
Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce got to start at the top end of the British level late because he was behind Joshua when Joshua came in, because Joshua showed better promise, even though he started on later on.
Yeah.
Look, man, Dubois is gonna smoke that guy, man. I'm trying to warn.
We got $20 on it. I'm telling you, I want my 20 with a little red bow on it.
Hey, let's talk about another bet, Tony. All right, Tony. Beef or better beef? What do you think about that?
Better beef.
Oh God! How did I know? Dog? How did I know?
You realize me, Tony, and Blue all have better beef than that.
And I'm gonna be a rich man.
You haven't made bet with all three of us. You've only bet with me.
Let me tell you one goddamn thing, Mark. That fight is not happening this year. That fight, if it happens at all, it's next year. And guess who's gonna be in their mid-30s, 36 years old, getting prostate exams next year?
I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you something. But Terbiev's gonna beat him, and do you know why? Because Mark fucking Ramsey said so.
Fuck him.
Mark fucking Ramsey said so, bro. Mark Ramsey said so.
I didn't get the chance to ask Dan. Dan, how do you see that Dubois Joyce fight playing out, man? What do you think about that fight?
To be honest, I don't think Joyce has enough to beat Dubois. I really don't. I think Dubois is going to win.
I dig it.
More than likely by knockout, mid rounds.
Yeah, I could dig it. I see it in 4 or 5. Mark. All right.
Look what Dubois did to Gorman. Like, Gorman was the favorite. Everyone was saying like, oh yeah, Gorman.
No,
man, he's a
hold
good
on,
seed.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Daniel Dubois was a 4-1 favorite in that fight.
No,
I
but
saw
most
a lot
people
of
like on
Gorman
YouTube.
people. That's all I'm saying. I saw a lot of people picking Nathan Gorman to win that fight, but I wasn't
Yeah,
one.
there was quite a few, but a lot more people picked Dubois.
Do you know Dubois? Yeah, he's good at tear-ups. Like, he likes to go for it. Like, he you know what I mean? And he's gonna try to do that with Joyce, and he's not gonna survive. I'm telling you, this is gonna be even worse than Gorman. It's gonna probably like finish by like third or fourth round.
He's gonna punch the eyebrows off of Joe Joyce. Is what's gonna happen.
When I look at it too, I think Joe Joyce. I really believe Joe Joyce can absorb more damage, and I believe they're going to hit each other equally. I just don't think Dubois can take the punches, and I think that's going to be his downfall.
I think he can, and this is what I think. I think he's got more hand speed than Joe. That's bad because that means when they get into those exchanges, mid-range to inside, Daniel's going to beat him to the punch. He's going to beat him to the punch from the outside coming in, and in the heat of the exchange, he's going to beat him to the punch.
I think that fight's going to go one of two ways. Dubois are they're going to fucking steamroll him early, right? Or Joyce is going to beat him late on.
Yeah, I can see that.
We'll fucking see about that shit. Mo boxing.
Oh shit! Am I in the? What's up, guys?
I have a beating that we have to discuss. All right. I have a beating that we have to discuss.
Okay, let's talk.
We're talking about Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas. How bad is the beating?
Ugas's children are gonna. I'm not Ugas's children. Thurman's children are gonna feel the pain. Thurman's future children are gonna feel the pain.
All right. Now
I disagree with you. After that fight, he ain't having no kids.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
he's gonna.
Yeah, but we agree.
Okay, now
though.
Two-part question. Involves the same guy. Joe Joyce, Jarell Miller. Bear in mind, Miller has all the juice. What happens?
To be honest, I feel like Joe Joyce is only weaker now because he's getting older. The Joyce that fought Usyk in the world, that semi-professional tournament,
the World Series of
Joyce.
Boxing.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same Joyce that had the fight with Brian Jennings. I take, and I'm not impressed at all by Jarell Miller, juice or no juice. I'm not even impressed by him. I think he throws a lot of arm punches, right?
I was just
thinking. I'll take the big pharmacy. I'll take big pharmacy in that fight.
All right. Big pharmacy.
Yeah.
It's a big pharmacy. They got
That's his new nickname, bro.
Big pharmacy.
Yeah.
If I go to a Jarell Miller fight, I'm gonna slip $5,000 in Michael Buffer's fucking pocket to call him Big Pharma.
Big Pharma.
No, man, you gotta hold a big sign that says Big Pharma.
Yeah.
No, big pharmacy. Big pharmacy. We're talking about drugs, bro.
All right.
I didn't make that up, by the way. I was watching.
That's been around for a long time now.
Yeah, I was watching that guy. What's that guy's name on YouTube? The guy from New Zealand, Boxing Squared. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go on. What's the next one? You're gonna hit me with the best of
I got the next one. The next one is a fight that's actually happening. Dubois, Joyce. Who's going to the hospital, Mo?
Dubois is gonna win that fight.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Dubois is gonna win that fight. There's too much of a speed gap difference. I mean, listen, Dominic Brazil has faster hands than Joe Joyce.
I disagree. That's too far.
Nah, that's not too far. Go
Yes,
watch their fights. They're both slow as hell. And I think if they ran the 100-meter, if hand speed was a race, they'd each be like 30 seconds into a 100-meter race.
I get
and
you.
Still halfway.
But Joyce, when he actually, I've seen Brazil throw sharp punches. And I've seen Joyce throw sharp punches, and Joyce is fast to sharp punches. They're about as slow as each other on long punches when they're loading up. But sharp punches, Joyce is quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
I
never.
was talking.
But you know they're
Yeah,
not
go
gonna fight because Daniel's gonna knock fucking Joe clean out, dog. Clean out. Mr.
Julius,
Clean out.
Julius, do you want some drama?
Give me some drama.
Joe Joyce is gonna knock Daniel Dubois out and put him in a wheelchair like Gerald McClellan.
No, he's not. Like, you don't believe that, Mark.
Listen, you don't believe that, Mark.
He's being a contrarian, is what he's doing. All right.
He's playing devil's advocate.
Exactly. He knows that Joe's going to hospital that night.
Either that or he's trying to get Rifled to start
Mark.
up again.
Hey, Mark.
Mark,
if you wanted to bring up drama, you should have brought with Julius. You should have brought up Tanaka.
That's not. Mark knows what's gonna happen.
That's not drama, bro. Julius already. The reason
Mark
Julius
knows.
is talking. No, hold on.
Bro.
Let me say this. Let me tell you something. The reason Julius is talking so much and talking it up so much is because he knows he has to commit to it now. Because he has to shout the loudest because he's afraid.
Let me tell
he
you.
is so scared.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I've been saying that shit. That Tanaka's gonna beat the brakes off of this guy. Before this COVID shit, I said it. The fucking videos are up there. And before me and you started going back, I know, and you know that Tanaka's gonna smoke that motherfucker. He's gonna smoke him like a pack of cools.
I've got Ioka beating Tanaka just like he did in the amateurs when he knocked him out.
This ain't the amateurs, bro. I'm just letting you know that. This ain't.
That's not true, by the way. That was a joke.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So many fucking people fight each other in the amateurs. I don't fucking know.
But what I will say is, yeah, Kazuto Ioka is going to become that man's dentist.
Did you shit, I'm not gonna I was gonna talk about a fight that I just heard about, but I ain't gonna say. Well, matter of fact, we could talk about it. Why not? All right. It looks like and I'm gonna start off with Tony because Tony ain't saying nothing in a while. All right. It looks like Estrada is gonna skip that Quadras rematch and he's going right to the Chocolatito fight. If they fight next, who you got, Tony? Bear in mind, it's been a year because they talking about August. It's been a year since Estrada had a fight and he had surgery.
This is the rematch, yeah?
I think Tony's on a sabbatical.
He's on a sabbatical. All right. We're gonna take it to Mo. All right. You know, Chocolatito had a fight this year in February, became a world champion again, whereas Juan has not fought since August of last year. What happens if they fight August of this year?
Loading the question.
I'm not loading the question. Those are facts.
To be honest, guys, I don't have the same level of knowledge in these lighter divisions, but I've seen both guys fight a few times. Chocolatito, yeah, it is a loaded question, but I was going to say that anyway.
How is it loaded if I'm telling you what's going on?
Keep in mind that this is the situation. With Estrada, but let's not keep in mind that Chocolatito just had surgery on his hand.
He did? I didn't know he had. I didn't know he had surgery. I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Did I?
No, he didn't. But he did have surgery on his knee. He did have surgery on his own knee before the fight.
All right, we're gonna get Sean in here because I know Sean keeps up with the Superflies. I'm gonna take you off for a second, Tony. I'm gonna keep you backstage. I'm gonna let Sean in on this action. He watches the Superflies. Why did my curtain just fall? That was so creepy, dog. I need to get
That's literally a sign telling you that's what's going to happen to Tanaka.
Oh, we're not even talking about Tanaka. We weren't even talking about Tanaka. Go ahead, Mark. Listen, Mark. Enjoy this shit. Enjoy it because it's not gonna last. Enjoy that shit. All right, Sean.
What's up?
We got Chocolatito, Estrada rematch August. How do you see that?
Is that confirmed?
Well, I just saw Mike. It's not confirmed because it's via Mike Copinger and his sources, quote unquote. But it looks like it's a go. It looks like it's a go.
That's fucking great news. I mean, it's a great way to bounce back into 2020 after COVID. A great fight, great matchup, a rematch people have been looking forward to for years.
What do you think about the fight, though?
Who do you think wins?
I'm a Roman Gonzalez fan, so I really hope he wins, but obviously I need to lean towards Estrada at this point. And I don't think the layoff is going to mean anything because, you know, Estrada consistently has long layoffs, injury issues. So, I mean, as long as he has a full camp and a lot of time to prepare, I don't think it's going to matter. And we know that Roman is not what he once was. So, you know, you would favor Estrada in that fight with the matchup.
All right.
I want to point this out, Ugas. When he was saying that at the very start of when Sean was saying this about Estrada, and he's a Roman Gonzalez fan, he had his hand on his heart. He had his hand on his heart. It hurt that man to say that. He had his hand on his heart.
All right. Look. All right.
I hope he was going to beat Tanaka. Easy work.
John, you can think that, dog. It's right around the corner. You don't scare me. I know what's gonna happen. You don't scare me.
Me too. I'm not scared. I'm super confident in that fight. More confident in that fight than the Roman Gonzalez Estrada fight.
All right, Sean. All right, because you've been getting haircuts through COVID. You're talking shit. All right.
I want to ask you one question real fast, Julius. Have you watched, right? Now, you know Ioka's a good body puncher, right?
Yes, he is. Very good. Very good.
Have you watched the show Kimura and Kosei Tanaka fight?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I want you to watch that fight and come back to me and tell me that you're as confident in your choice. I want you to do that and then come back and tell me.
And I'm gonna say this. If I watch the fight and I walk away and I don't like it, I'll go back on my prediction. If I don't like what I'll go back on it. All right? If we're gonna be transparent with each other, if I don't like it and I don't, all right. Now we got to talk to Sean about the beating. You got Keith Thurman, you got Yordenis Ugas. How bad is the beating?
I don't think Thurman beats him that bad.
What?
Sean's like
funny. That's funny.
Sean's a dickhead, bro.
That's funny.
I think Thurman is he's a more skilled fighter than Porter. And obviously, Ugas had success against Porter. Why? Because Porter is not a boxer. He's a come-forward fighter. Thurman is more versatile. I mean, Thurman has the style to beat Ugas. And we've seen Ugas get beat several times. So it's not as if we're talking about some prime fighter. The guy's almost 35 years of age. He's getting a lot of hype because of one performance against Porter. Prior to that fight, nobody was fucking talking about him.
Well, hold on, Sean. That's not fair. There's also the performance against Omar Figueroa, undefeated.
A lightweight.
Woo! I like that shit. All right. That's a good perspective, though. It's true. Because yeah. But I just like the way that he beat the shit out of Omar. I really did. I took more from beating the shit out of Omar than how he looked against Porter. Porter was it was a close fight. That's all it was. I wasn't screaming robbery at the end.
To be fair, though, I mean, Figueroa's titties are bigger than mine in that fight.
That is, and you have big titties.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Oh shit! All right, we got another fight. Not that it's gonna happen because I'm not convinced it ever will. But if it did, Joyce, Jarell Miller with the juice. What happens?
With the juice.
Because that's the only one we've seen. That's the only one we have to go off of.
I have to lean towards Big Pharma because he's got a fucking neck this thick. I think he can take the shots. I think Joyce can take the shots too. I mean, really, that will be a fucking great fight. That will, not the skill set, but it's kind of similar to Tua against the crazy fucking African guy.
Ibuchi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ibuchi. It's going to be a fucking war with both guys hitting each other. Obviously, not to the same skill set as those two, but I mean, it should be a great fight. I could see it actually going the distance.
All right, now to the reason that we're probably never going to get to see that fight. Daniel Dubois, Joyce. How do you look at that fight?
I favor Joyce. I think DPD is overrated. I think he gets a lot of attention, but he hasn't fought high-level competition. He's looked good, but he's looked good against who?
That's
Bro,
fair.
bro, he fought against. Bro, hold on, Sean. He beat Fujimoto, the same
I know.
Fujimoto who fought against Ishida, and the same Ishida who fought Golovkin. If that isn't toy level caliber, that's.
And I think Ishida fucking won that fight.
Oh shit! Oh shit! If that one, but you know that somewhere someone is making an argument just like that. Like that's real shit. That's the type of shit you got to deal with on Facebook. Somebody literally say some shit like that.
That's true.
I love
That's
Facebook, man. It's hilarious.
So you don't have Daniel winning that fight, Sean.
I could see him winning because, as people say, he does have faster hands. But as I said in the comment section, George Foreman had faster hands than Michael Moore, and that didn't stop him from getting knocked out. I don't know how good DDD's chin
Wait,
is.
hold on, Sean. Sean,
Yeah.
Sean. You said George Foreman had faster hands than Michael Moore.
Yeah, he meant it
No.
the other way. He meant it the other way. Michael had faster hands than George, and he did. But the thing is, Michael did the dumb shit. He kept standing in front of George.
Well,
Yep.
and I think that's what DDD's going to do. He's going to stand in front too much. He's going to give away his boxing ability and quicker hands, and he's going to get into a scrap, and he doesn't have the chin that Joyce has. And I think
And
later
there
on,
it
he's
is.
going to get knocked out.
This is fucking exciting, man. This is really exciting shit because I'm going to have a lot of $20 bills.
I think, bro, I'm telling you, man. I think Joyce's chin is an urban myth.
But
I think it's an urban myth. I've seen it for a long time. I've seen him be fragile through the amateurs. I've followed him for a long time. This dude been rocked back and forth by a lot of people, and he's been knocked out cold. I think this. A lot of people just think he looks like he has a granite chin because he's got stamina. But then again, even against Jennings, his stamina went out the window when he went into 12 rounds against some adversity. He started to struggle. He was gassed. I mean, this ain't as simple as I don't know where people are taking this from. I don't get it.
I think Daniel Dubois definitely wins that fight. Too much speed. Joyce's stamina looks questionable. He's the other side of 35 now, is he?
Listen, Joyce isn't even settled into a goddamn trainer, dog. He went from Salas to Sanchez to fucking Booth back to Salas. He's everybody's fighter. He's everybody's fighter.
He's been with McGuigan. He's had 5 or 6 pro trainers. Wasn't he with Don Charles as well?
Like Tyson Fury.
Fury hasn't had. Yeah, but there's a difference, Sean. You're talking 10 to 12 fights versus an entire career.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember Salah only trained him for one fight. How can you judge a coach over one fight, over one camp?
Do y'all remember Salas on those fucking platform shoes?
He had the lips to Tom. But yeah, I mean, look, there's got to be a reason that they're passing this guy around like a fucking joint. There's got to be a reason, or that
it's not the coaches, it's him. It's Joyce.
He's not settled in, and that's not encouraging. Daniel Dubois, he's smoking this fucking guy. He's smoking this guy like a joint.
Telling you, your whole world, your whole mind is gonna be blown the first time Dubois takes one on the chin. You're gonna be so upset. You're gonna lose so many $20 bills that you're just gonna be upset all day.
Telling you, Tony, just hang on to that $20 from me, all right? Hang on to it, all right?
You're gonna be so upset that we won't see you for 24 hours as you get your 20s together from the bank.
I have no problem eating my crow, dog. It's just that fight. To me, that's not a contentious fight. To be honest, it's not a contentious fight. Joe is goddamn slow.
Julius is going to be bringing up all kinds of excuses. DDD's costume was too heavy. His team fucking water. Fucking Joyce's fucking gloves were fucking illegal.
I'm waiting for the Tanaka one. When Tanaka gets fucked up by Aoki, he's gonna be like, "Dog, come on, bro. This dude had fucked up teeth, man. He couldn't take a punch. Every time he got punched in his face, his teeth ripped through his gums. That's what he's gonna do.
You're gonna see. You're gonna be. This is what you're gonna be eating on Sunday morning. That's what you're gonna be eating on Sunday morning.
I mean, you're the one who already has your crow there to eat it. You're prepared.
Yeah, because I'm getting it ready for you, man. I'm getting it ready for you, so you can have to eat that good old. You'll see.
I have watched every pro fight of both these men. I am telling you.
Ring. In the chat, somebody brought up a very good fight. Dillian White versus Miller.
Oh, that's
Who
a
do y'all
great
have?
man. That's a great fight, but it's I don't think
Did I
about
just get?
I don't think about that fight because it's not gonna I know that fight ain't gonna happen, dog. Miller was on the same side of the street as that guy. He could have fought that guy. No interest in fighting that guy. Joe Joyce. The reason we talking about Joe Joyce, Joe Joyce been chasing that man for at least a year. Talking about that man. I don't know who Miller gonna fight. Most likely he gonna fight Takam. If we lucky, we get Miller versus Takam. I don't know what that fight is gonna look like. Because what if this dude ain't on? What if off the juice he's not the same guy? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the $1 million question. I don't even think it's the juice that matters. It's the fucking endurance drugs that he was taking because he threw an absurd amount of punches for a 320-pound man. So I don't even know if he'll be able to last. He might just tire out within the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking. That look. The only guys of note that he fought, what is it? Fred Kasi, Bogdan Dinu, Tamaz Adamek. Bro, I haven't even seen you do nothing, and all I've seen of you is you on the juice. So if that's you on the juice, what does you off the juice look like?
Not good.
Shit.
I reckon his best opponent is the washed up, faded Johan Duopa, and even then, I don't know. I'm not impressed. Johan Duopa went 12 rounds.
Didn't he get a draw with Joey DeVaco? Or am I bugging?
No, he did.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know what to make of Miller, which is why he's so fucking fascinating. Because maybe he is good. We don't know.
I guarantee you, he's not. I'm willing to bet everything on it. If this is what he looks like with the juice, what's he gonna look like without it?
Exactly.
To be fair,
and you know what? And you know what? There was the rumors about Tyson Fury dropping this guy like 6 times, and
I didn't forget those rumors. I remember. I heard about that.
To be fair, the Joey DeWaco fight though with Miller, that was Miller's 5th fight.
I get it. I'll cut him some slack. All
also,
right.
have you seen the fight?
Listen.
No, I don't know where I would look to see the fight. Was that televised?
I don't know, but I remember seeing that there was clips of it, like from people's phones. People uploaded phone videos of it.
Let me ask you guys a question, yeah?
No.
If it was... it wasn't a question, it was a demand.
No, you said let me. I said no. I won't let you.
Okay.
Does Josh Kelly win a title, yes or no? Tony,
I put 500 down on that shit already.
Tony, Josh Kelly, is it possible for this man to win a title?
Is he going to go to junior welterweight or is he going to stay at welterweight?
I don't think he's going to stay at welterweight. I really don't.
He can't make junior welter, by the way. I'm telling you that right now. Dude's struggling to make 147.
Yeah, if he stays at 147, I don't know. Like he might have to wait for a belt just to be vacated and relinquished. I don't think he could beat Spence. I don't think he could beat Pacquiao. I know he can't beat Bud Crawford, so I just don't see his avenue to a belt.
Okay, can he win the WBC Latino?
No, he's not eligible. I'm not even being funny, bro. I don't even know if he can win the EBU title against Avenation.
And maybe if he ordered it online.
Now that I think about it, if he went up, if he's struggling to make 147 and he goes up, then 9 times out of 10, he'd probably go in there with like a Kell Brook. And I think Kell Brook in the 50s is just too strong and would knock him out.
That's fair. That is fair. Kell looked all right in his last fight, to be honest. He was switch hitting in that fight. He was actually being ambidextrous. He looked all right against, what was it, Mark DeLuca. He looked all right. He looked better than he looked against Zarafa. All right. I'm going to pass this around. John Daly, Josh Kelly. Can this man win a belt?
A world title. Not a European or a British title. A world title.
What about a lower tier world title?
Can he win a WBA?
No, I'm going with Mark. He's going to have to be gifted it. It's that simple. It needs to be something that's gift wrapped for him.
You look bad against one Russian named Ranowski and you can't win a world title.
Bro, it's not even that, bro. In
We're
my
only
eyes, he
saying he
lost to Ray
can't beat a
Robinson.
champion.
He lost to Ray Robinson, bro. I don't think he can
We're
beat
only
any of those
saying
champions.
he can't be a champion. We're not saying he can't become a titleist. So, like, you know, he's got to do something. No, that's my answer.
Oh, all right. I got to fight. I'm gonna pass this around. I got to fight. Ugas Kavaliauskas, Josh Kelly. What happens? Start with
He
you,
just knocks
John.
him out.
Jesus Christ, Mark. Could you let
Big
John?
round KO. No, but I'll give you the round 6-7 KO.
All right, Tony. Josh Kelly, Ugas Kavaliauskas. What happens?
I don't know.
Cobbs.
I don't know. I don't know. The only thing with Kelly is he's still very new, and I don't know what he's gonna develop into. Like, I'm gonna get down so this dude in your private chat can get up because I'm gonna go take care of my kid. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still on the fence with Kelly. I don't know how good or how bad he really is at this moment, but I just don't see him winning a title. I don't think he's anywhere close to being that elite.
All right. So this is the I hate Kelly hour. All right, guys. Because we got nothing but nice things to say about Josh Kelly today. Nothing but nice things. I dig it.
I've been saying this about Kelly for a minute, mate. I got shit from people when I predicted that Ray Robinson would be too much from, and I predict that there'll be that the fight will be somewhat close. Ray Robinson will probably deserve the win, but they'll rob it to a draw. I made that prediction and got hate for it.
Hey man, I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you. Josh does look like shit. It is what it is. Yeah, because what can we do? He looked like shit against Ranowski. He looked like shit against against Robinson. What can I do? It is what it is.
You better leave this stream up forever, Julius, by the way. I want that collateral proof on that Sport Icons bet because when Josh Kelly retires, I want to collect my £500.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe he took that, because it's entirely possible that, he doesn't win a belt. But then again, look, Liam Smith won a belt, didn't he?
I pulled a really slow one because he's from Newcastle and Kelly's from around there. He's from Sunderland. So they're from very close parts, and he supports the British guys and whatever. And I did it on air, so he couldn't back out.
The thing is,
Mark,
that,
you're
Mark,
devious.
He's not a proper Geordie, or there's no way he'd back him. So where's Sporting Icons originally from? Because it's not Newcastle.
He's actually from Newcastle, but he supports all the British fighters. You know that. Yeah, he's actually originally from Newcastle. Then he moved down.
How is he supporting a Mackham like that? Like, he all he had to do was not take the bet.
Well, it's because he moved down south as well, John. So he spent a lot of time down south, so he kind of grew out of his origin habits of raw hatred.
Well, there's certain lines that shouldn't be crossed, and that is one of them in the UK.
I'm just saying, Liam Smith won a belt, right? So why can't Josh Kelly? I mean, are we gonna?
Yeah. Who did Liam Smith win? Who did Liam Smith beat to win that belt?
I literally forgot, dog, and I don't know how I forgot.
Yeah, Liam Smith is not.
Because Mark's put in quite like a hard stipulation. He's got to beat an existing champion.
All right, Troy. We got to talk about
Yes,
the
sir.
beating. We got to talk about the beating. Keith Thurman, Jordanis Ugas. How bad is the beating?
I don't see it as a beating. I see it as a competitive fight, and it comes down to because Ugas is awkward, but he's Cuban, right? He's a Cuban fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's awkward, and I think Keith he never got his timing back after he left.
He didn't.
I don't think he ever got his timing back. So maybe this is a surprise fight where he turns into one-time Keith Thurman.
You think that? Would you bet on that, Troy? That friendly bet, like let's say, because we know they're not going to fight. Keith's not going to pick that guy. But I'm saying that if you were watching the fight, person next to you says, "I got $20 on Ugas." You got $20 on Keith?
Man, I'm a cook. I can cook for somebody. I eat Jamaican food. I've cooked goose. I've cooked goat. I've cooked shark. I've cooked deer. I mean, put it in front of me, I'll cook it.
I dig it. You're going to survive COVID. You're going to survive because that's what it's all about. You got to know how to cook. If you got to eat squirrel, eat a squirrel. Right, we got another.
Hell no, I'm not eating a rat, man.
It's a rat, bro. It's a squirrel.
It's a rodent, bro.
No. It's a rat with skills.
It's a rat. It's a rat with a peacock tail.
I'm not eating that joint. I'm not eating it, but I actually want to jump on here and talk about Big Juicy.
Let's talk about let's cover Big Juicy because that's the one that seems to get a lot of attention. Jarell Miller.
Okay, let me say this.
Go ahead, Troy.
Yeah, let me say this. There's certain fighters that make it and certain fighters that do things. Big Juicy is a never was. What has he done besides run his mouth? He's the champion of shit talk. What else has he done? He's undisputed champion.
That's the truth, though. No, for real.
I mean, seriously. Well, how many years has he been pro? How many years?
I'm about
to be honest, he's not even the best shit talker Tyson Fury is.
That's true.
Well,
you know,
you ain't getting no argument from anybody here, man. Nobody's arguing with you on that one at all.
Tyson Fury is the most intelligent shit talker. This guy's just a shit talker. He'll talk about people, mama.
I'll be honest, bro. I'll be honest. Joshua beat him in that shit when he said I'm the landlord.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Joshua's a brand, so Joshua had to lower himself to come down to his level. So Joshua lost. You never allow yourself to come down to your adversary's level. You're supposed to raise them up to your level or push it, or show them why that your shoulders above them. Shoulders above
can
them.
I say something? You're sounding like Anthony Joshua a little bit, like the rise above, hey, humble stuff. Like, hold on. Hold on.
Let me ask you guys a question.
No.
If Joshua
Good, man.
If Joshua and Big Baby fought that day, who would have won?
That's a great fucking question.
Can I say something? Can I say something about Juicy? All right, well, I'm going to say it anyway, Mark. Right? We've had this comment about, he's taking kicks to the face, so he's got an amazing chin. Right? How highly decorated as a kickboxer was Big Juicy?
He wasn't. He was a knob.
Right, well, Dillian White was British kickboxing champion. How many times have we seen Dillian touch canvas? So all this talk of you've been kicked to the head, so a punch isn't going to do anything to you, is an absolute load of Macintosh.
That's true.
Oh my gosh! This is, to be honest with you, it irritates me to talk about this guy simply because, you have fighters out there that work hard, to get where he is, and then he just purposely threw it away by shoving a ton of poison up his rotund ass because he wanted to cheat, which proves he couldn't do it right in the first place, man. And stuff like that.
Troy, he popped when he was a kickboxer. He's always been on juice.
Yeah, he always was.
He's always been on juice.
Even as a kickboxer, he got popped in the kickboxing. He got popped in kickboxing and in boxing.
And then on top of that, he's so dumb that he didn't hide it. Remember when he started training for Joshua and he looked a certain way? Then once he started taking 4 or 5 or whatever he was taking, his face got all slim and he got. Yep. Come on, man. That's nobody lose that much weight that fast.
You know what? Everybody knew when Cougar Cassius asked him, "Yo, how you gonna get?" Because remember he was calling out Wilder, and the clean boxing program had came out, and then he was like, "Yo, why didn't you enroll in the clean boxing program?" And it's a common sense question. How do you plan on getting Wilder when you don't plan on getting tested? And he said, "Oh, well, I got a lot of businesses and stuff, and I don't have time for that." Like, what kind of answer is that, bro? What kind of answer is that? Like, you already told on yourself right there.
And here's my favorite part. He accused Anthony Joshua of being on steroids. Remember that? He's too big. He's too big. You can't build muscle like that. Man, anytime you see it.
That's the steroid users' view, Troy. Steroid users think the only way to get muscle is to take steroids. They don't appreciate that. If you go and look at Canero, 260 pounds, 6'6", ripped, 1934. They hadn't even isolated testosterone then.
Yeah,
it's impossible that man ever took any gear.
Muscle. I mean, when it comes to just putting on muscle mass, it really just has to do with what your diet is, man. What are you eating? You know, because that's really what's gonna get you there. You can get there naturally. Don't ever be fooled. You can get there naturally. It's all about what you're eating. But the steroids help.
Well, you can't look like Jay Cutler.
Well, no, you're not
like AJ isn't like Jay Cutler. AJ's like nowhere near that type of mass.
Let me tell you something. I've never woke up a day in my life and wanted to look like Jay Cutler ever. I'm like, I don't want to look like that, dog. No. All right. To answer the question, yo, this dude been around since 2009, bro. 2009, bro. You know how long Wilder been around? Since 2008. Like, bro, Jarell Miller has done absolutely nothing, dog. Absolutely nothing. That's crazy to me that he been around that long. 2009, bro. You never bumped into Derek Chisora.
He's got a huge head, bro.
And that's a daggone shame that, once you compare someone to Wilder, and Wilder actually has accomplished more than him, and he's been around for, you said 2009? So that's 11 years, right?
2009, bro. About 10 or 11.
And what's his biggest win? He fought a Polish guy that used to be a cruiserweight, right? That's his biggest win?
That's basically Tomas Adamek.
Adamek was a light heavyweight, just to make it worse.
He has no reason to. He has no reason to flap his gums about nothing, because he is nothing and he has accomplished nothing. Nothing.
I don't think. You know what I think though?
Who's the biggest puncher he's been in with?
Man,
he hasn't been with any punches.
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, unless
I don't think he can take a shot. We heard about Tyson Fury dropping him in sparring, and when Miller was ever interviewed around that time, we didn't hear a single word. The man who's got a lot to say about everything didn't have anything to reply to that.
Yep. I know. I don't think I didn't notice. I noticed.
Miller's big claim to fame, to be honest with you, and I don't like getting personal with people, but his big claim to fame is that he claims that Wilder's wife, he has a child with Wilder's wife, and Wilder's taking care of his child, which still makes you look like a complete ass.
Yep.
Okay.
Honestly, because why is Wilder taking care of your child?
I didn't even know that, though. I didn't even know that.
You're an ass for saying that, because now you sound proud of it. Exactly. Oh, I got a child out there, some other man taking care of him. Wow, that's something you want to aspire to, jackass.
Exactly. That's the same shit I thought, that he just being on some. That your claim to fame is just talking shit, and that's it. Because as far as your career, you really haven't done anything. And even with top rank, I don't think he's gonna get far. I don't, because you don't want to have the fights, the ones that you need. You don't want to have them shits. You just want to be on easy street and fight for a title, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do you no favors. And at top rank, it's sink or swim. They gonna tell you you got to fight somebody, or they gonna send you where they sent Andy Ruiz, bro. That's what they gonna do to you. You gotta have the fights, bro. We ain't just gonna put you out like what the fuck you think is going on here?
Bob's gonna use him and abuse him because he knows he's a name. So he's just gonna put him in there to get destroyed. He's gonna let him run his mouth so they can sell the fight, and he's gonna get bashed up.
That's the fight I love.
Troy, realistic. Oscar Rivas, Jarell Miller. What you think happens?
Oh, Rivas smokes him. Rivas smokes him and learns English at the same time. That's how bad
it's gonna be. just so he can cuss him out properly.
Oh, now he fuck around, might. I think Rivas speak French too and Spanish. He speak both of them.
Hey, man, he might.
So basically, he can humiliate him in 3 different languages all at once.
Real shit. But he gonna have the shit is good. The shit is
Imagine Rivas learns. Forget it. Sorry, I thought this guy was Haitian, but he's actually from Africa. Miller, sorry.
No, he's from. Wait, where he say he from? Didn't he say he from Belize?
Yeah,
he's from Belize, bro.
Yeah. I forget.
I was about to say he was Haitian, but never mind. I was going to say he's going to learn Creole. But my bad. I got him mixed up with the wrong bum. I thought it was the
Doesn't he claim both? I thought he claimed Haitian and Belize and
I mean, he could be both. He could be both.
But I do remember him saying that he was from Belize.
Miller's come out and said that he's
the Belize is definitely true, but there's something in my head about the
I do
Haitian thing
remember
as well.
something to do with Haitian as well. I do know Belize is definitely true because I remember someone said that he's got more fleas than Belize or something like that.
He actually even said himself that he went back home to visit his family in Belize.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah,
I remember that. I remember that. But ultimately,
Well,
like, as interesting
I'm sorry.
as he is, he's not gonna get nowhere, man. He's not gonna get nowhere. And I'm not saying I'm not a hater, but it's just you gotta have the fights, bro, and you don't want to have them. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
You could call me a hater because I can't stand the man, but I actually heard him on another show. This is Miller, and he stated that he's Haitian, and the host of that show was from DR. So he said, okay, because you're Haitian, I could claim you now, or something similar to that.
Oh wow. Yeah, like that's
so
for those that are not aware, because I don't know that the whole world knows this, but Dominicans, as far as the actual island, like the Dominicans did the Haitians dirty, man. They did them real fucking dirty, man. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of shit to that. I myself, I don't understand that shit, but I don't have to. That's not my speed, dog. I don't think that way. But
Well, I always say this, man, because someone was joking. Yeah, because I'm from Jamaica, and then they asked if we had a Hall of Fame for boxers. That's a stupid question. We got Mike McCollum, we got Simon Brown, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to let them know, as far as your country, DR, all your fighters are hairdressers, and they all own stores. I'm sure you've been to the corner. What's it called, man? The bodega.
Hey,
most of them are owned by Dominicans.
Let me tell you.
And then they screw up your sandwich, right?
Let me tell you one motherfucking thing, Troy. We got Jason motherfucking Rosario. All right, we got him. If we don't got nobody else, we got Jason.
Thanks for the information.
What about Agapito Sanchez?
No, I mean, we had a couple of guys. We had, what was this guy? Edwin Rodriguez. We had Felix Diaz. I mean, it's been a couple.
Had Luis Santana.
But as far as, it's like Puerto Rico has a bigger lineage of boxers than we do as far as the Caribbean islands. The Cubans certainly do. We have the least of the Caribbean islands.
Man, I've never seen a fighter from the DR that actually accomplished anything. That honestly, I don't even want to joke. I don't want to joke them because I have a lot of respect for them. They used to cut my hair, man, when I was a child. My barber was from the DR, and so I have a lot of respect for him, man. He taught me a lot of things. He never taught me how to fight, though.
That's fucked up, Troy. That's fucked up, Troy. Shit. Jesus Christ, Troy. But anyway, look, man. All right. The bottom line is Miller's career is not going to go nowhere. As interesting as he is, it's not going to go nowhere. It's sink or swim at Top Rank, and I don't see him fighting somebody that could sink him. He'll walk away. He'll walk away like, fuck it, and won't fight. And then they'll let him out his contract because they're like, well, you're not making us no money, so get the fuck out of here. He'll fuck around, go back to the PBC.
I got one for you. What's your guys' predictions on Linares versus Garcia?
Honestly, I don't even know that Ryan is ready for that fight. That's why it's a good fight, because I don't know if he's ready for it.
Wait, was Miller ever part of the PBC? I know he fought for them.
He fought under that banner before. He fought, but it didn't last that long. Then he crossed over to Matchroom, and now he's with Top Rank. But I don't.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say I got Linares by a boxing clinic decision on that one.
I mean,
I don't think Garcia's got enough for him right now.
Maybe not right now, but you know what? They ain't gonna fight right now. So it's like we got to think about the fight in terms of when they fight. If it's next, it's a good fight. But I wouldn't count out Ryan Garcia because Linares cut easy.
Right.
You go open him up like a fucking hymen and get a referee stoppage or some shit. I don't count out Ryan. Like a lot of people want to count out Ryan just because he got a media buzz, but he's a decent fighter, that kid, and he has good dimensions. Linares is on the ass end of his career. It ain't like this is the Linares that fought Campbell. This is the Linares that got smoked by Cano. That's the Linares we talk about. That's what makes it a good fight.
Right, because Ryan does have good power on him, and he can, if he nails him, I could see Linares going down. I mean, I just think that, but Linares has much better skills, though.
More experience, yeah, but I don't think he's all that durable right now. I don't think he's all that. I could see Ryan hurting him. Believe it or not, I could see Ryan hurting him. But you know.
I have a crazy thought. Well, call me crazy, right? So
Crazy.
we have, you take Tank, you take Haney, you take Ryan, and you take Shakur. Are we looking at?
You crazy?
No. Let me finish. Are we looking at the four kings of this era?
Yes.
Let me reiterate my statement. You crazy?
No, yes, you're right. You're right. Like Shakur's right behind him though, because Shakur's going to 30, so he's not at 35 right now. But yeah, they gonna all be in the same weight class in a couple of years, and they all got a high ceiling, every one of them. Well, not Tank. Swap out Tank and put Teofimo. Can I do that?
I left out one guy, and I apologize for that. Telefino.
Yeah,
left him out.
I don't think Tank's gonna pan out though. I don't think he's gonna pan out. I really don't. I think he did what he was gonna do. That's what I think. Now Teofimo, he could lose the Loma. If he loses, it's not the end. But if he wins, forget about it. Forget about it. I'll say Teofimo, Devin, Shakur, motherfucking. I like that Virgil kid too, but by the time they move up, he's gonna be at 54, 60. But yeah, I'll qualify that statement. What you think about Leo and Tank, man? What you think about Leo and Tank? What you think about Leo and Tank, man? What you think gonna happen?
Unless he gets focused, he's pretty much reached his apex. Unless he can get focused, because he has a world of talent, man. But if he can't get focused, then we basically seen all we're going to see from Tank. Not saying that he's retired, but he's not going to go past. He's not going to go to the next level.
I can't see him beating nobody at 40.
Tank blows the weight, and Santa Cruz walks away.
I don't think it's that simple. If he has to make 30, if he makes 30, we don't know that he's not going to be weight drained. He was struggling to make that shit 2 years ago. Imagine now.
Tank really going to make 30? Didn't he blow 35?
He almost. That's what I'm saying. He almost blew 35. If it's the way Mark
and I think Leo's got enough name to say, I'm not going to fight you if you're going to come in overweight.
That's fair. That's possible.
And blow the fight off altogether.
But they want it to be a pay-per-view, dog. You know what they could do? They could tell Leo, yo, we'll put $1 million on the top of it if you fight him anyway. If he blows the weight.
Well, they're talking about putting those stipulations in anyway, aren't they? X amount per pound.
Yeah.
Overweight.
It's not like it's a FS1 fight where you could just be like, fuck it, I'm out. It's not one of those. We talking about a pay-per-view for Fox. No, for Showtime, pardon me. It's not the kind of fight where you could just say that, like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. It's not that kind of fight.
But the real thing is, Tank should be down at Leo's weight anyway.
He should be. But he doesn't fuck around.
Dimensions, that's where he should be. Yeah, well, if you just got no discipline, then it doesn't matter how talented you are.
Around too much, dog. He missed his prime. These are supposed to be his prime years. He's spending his
hard
prime
work.
Camps.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Tank doesn't do any work.
That's always the case, man. That's always the case. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't put him in that circle with Devin and Shakur. Devin and Shakur,
They're gonna have legacies. I don't think Tank is gonna have a legacy.
I was gonna jump in here about Tank fighting at 130 or 135, right?
Mm-hmm.
He should.
I think your mic is going in and out.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I think his mic is out.
150, 160. Right? Huh?
Yeah, we didn't catch the last stuff you said. Your mic went out.
Oh, that's because the Wi-Fi clicked in. Yeah, I said he walks around at like 150, 160-ish. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't know if you remember this. You might remember this because you said you're 37, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, there was a fighter. Back in the 90s. There was a fighter by the name of Frank Warren. Short. He was no taller than 5'5", kind of built like a square, and he fought at 140. But he was a comer, and he stated he was a comer.
Mm-hmm.
He came at you and he destroyed your body.
Mm-hmm.
Tank, but he didn't have the skills that Tank does. But as I stated, if Tank could just get focused and he has to find somebody that's gonna put a foot in his ass and actually love him at the same time as far as a trainer, because I see that in him.
But
he needs somebody to put.
You see what's going on, right? You see what's going on. That he all mad that Floyd is training Devin and all that shit.
Stuff behind that you have to live here and move in the boxing circles to really know what's going on between the two of them. And I don't like personal stuff, so I'm going to skip over that, right? So Floyd, as his name states, his money, and he's never really promoted anybody like he promoted himself. Think of all the times that he was at a Tank fight. Who was he pushing? Me. He was pushing himself, right?
Even at the Badu Jack fight.
Yeah. So he's really not a promoter. He's just someone who's self-involved.
That's
right?
because he say a lot of cool shit. Like all that, I'm my own promoter. All that shit sound cool, bro. But you really don't have the chops to be a promoter. And that's been evident for years, bro. The running joke is you promote your strip club more than you promote your fighters. That's been a running joke for the last 3 years. He not cut out to be a promoter.
Absolutely. Like, okay, you take someone like the great James Toney, right? James Toney is a real tough guy. He's not playing games, right? He's always been a tough guy. But he was blessed enough to have a trainer that was an older gentleman that didn't take anything from anyone. If he had to speak a sentence to you, that was too many words, right? And then he had a manager that really loved him. Tank needs something like that, someone that's firm enough to say, okay, well, I don't really give a damn what you do with your life. If you want to walk away and throw it away, that's on you.
Yeah, but
I'm still gonna live my life, and I'm gonna train somebody else.
A miracle though, Troy, because the trainers now, they not gonna put up with the bullshit. Like they not gonna deal with that. Like, bro, if you're not gonna come in here and work, then I'm not gonna waste my time on you, bro. Like Tank sound like he need like a father figure, and these guys really ain't trying to be his father. Like
Tank actually surrounded himself with the wrong people, though. I mean, Floyd's not doing him any good. He's turning into Broner 3.0. He shouldn't have been hanging around Broner at all. I mean, that's
what I think. If you want me to be completely honest, that's what I think fucked him up. If you want me to be completely honest, because he was after the Pedraza fight, even after the Liam Walsh fight. I think it was Liam Walsh, right? He had to defend his IBF after the Pedraza fight. Even after that, he was still sky high.
Well,
go ahead, Troy.
I'm sorry, brother. I keep cutting you off. Yes and no with the Broner thing, because if it wasn't for Broner, he would have never got where he is today. Because Broner is the one who introduced him to Floyd.
How is that? Please enlighten me on that one. I'd like to know.
Troy, ask yourself a question. Troy, ask yourself a question. Where is he today? You had to go 12 rounds with Gamboa to put him away.
Well, here's the thing.
And that was a one-legged fighter. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But at least he's going 12 rounds, and his name has a buzz to it. Whereas before, nobody really outside of Baltimore, which is here, knew who Tank really was. So you put him in the circle with, Floyd, and Floyd said that, this is my guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pushes him some. But as I stated, man, he needs There's a cat in Baltimore. There's a gym in Baltimore called Headbangers Gym. The same, right. The trainer from out of there, he's ex-military, and I met that brother. That is one compassionate brother, but he is tough. He's not. Let me tell you what. He don't bend. He don't bow. Basically, if he tells you to walk straight,
you think if he got that, you think if he had Tank in his gym, do you think that Tank would listen to him? Do you think Tank would listen to him though?
He already has listened to him. Tank was training out before, huh?
You said he has because he trained under him before.
Yes, he has. He's trained there. He's trained at that gym numerous times, and he had him in great shape. He had him in great shape, and he had him focused because, as I stated, the dude is, I think, is a ex, a drill sergeant. But he has a big heart because he took two brothers. I should know this is my area. Who's the two brothers that were homeless and one of them became a champion and one of them was a top contender? They lost to Lord have mercy. I should know that brother's name. I feel bad too. Oh Lord, he got knocked out real quick by where's my memory at today? Anyway, no, not Jarell. He fought Danny Garcia, the brother I'm talking about. And to me, it looked like he outpointed Danny Garcia, but Danny Garcia.
You mean the Peterson brothers?
The Peterson brothers.
The Peterson's brother, right? Yeah, because they were homeless from the age of 10 and whatever age they were.
But they were from Washington.
He raised them.
Did he raise
them?
Yeah.
Washington's not that far from me, man. It's not that far.
I know.
So basically, if he got Tank under his wing, I'm telling you, Tank would reach his apex. I'm telling you that because the brother I've had conversation with him. He's very
His
compassionate.
name is something Barry. Barry, isn't it?
Yes.
Forgotten.
Right. But he has a big heart, but at the same time, he loves hard. If he tells you, like I stated, if he tells you to walk in a straight line, you decide, well, I'm gonna make a right because I'll get me there faster. He's gonna tear your ass up. Period.
I'm gonna say
my question is, why didn't Tank stick around then if he's trained there numerous times? I mean, you would think that he would want that.
That's what I was going to ask. That you know what? If that's what he needs, then why he not over there? What's stopping him? What's stopping Tank? Because remember, Tank 25 now, I think 25, 26. It's like he not that 21-year-old little kid no more. So like, yo, you in a position to make decisions. You got money, you got a buzz, you about to be on a pay-per-view. If you was really trying to get right, you'd have been getting right. If you not, it's because you really not trying to. You really don't want to. You rather argue about Floyd. You rather argue about Floyd and what he doing. Like, man, look, Floyd doing what he doing. He out there spending his money. You got to focus on you, bro, because you old enough.
Think about this, though, y'all, right? All the great fighters, even the ones now, let's take the very good fighters nowadays. You throw anything at them and they have the same quality. They just keep coming, right? Look what White went through with the whole thing. I'm talking about Dillian White now. Look what he went through with the whole false drug thing, and he put on weight and he had to come back. You throw anything at them. Look at Joshua. He got beat up and stopped. He had to come back. He did, right? If you have, even take Fury, where he came back from drugs, he was obese, and he was just all around in a bad way, right? He was an addict. But first, you have to want to do that, and I pray that this young man actually does that. Here's why: if you say his name to any of these youngsters that I go and talk to on the corner, these knuckleheads, they know who he is. From the age of 9 all the way up to 35. Oh yeah. Tank is that dude, and he has that power, man, to change lives. That's why I don't ever root against him. I know some things about him because we all move in the same circles, but I don't know him personally at all.
I'm gonna say, look, this is what I see, right? This is what I see. That it seems like Floyd pulled out on him. It seems like he was kind of steadily pulling out on him the last, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years, because he used to be more involved. Like if Tank was fighting, Floyd was there. He was promoting him, talking him up, talking about the plans, more or less. At least he was there. The last 2-3 years, it feel like he pulled out on him because he don't see a means to make money off the kid. That's what it looked like. I feel like at the end of the day, the Tank from 2017 is not the Tank that's here with us today. That's not the same guy, bro. It's not, and I don't think it's gonna be, because it's too late for that. It's too late, and he's stuck. He's stuck because he can't go to 40, bro. He cannot go to 40. He don't got the dimensions for 40. If he was going to do something, it should have been at 30. He should have stayed at 30. If he had more discipline, he would have been able to stay at 30. Maybe you unify. Maybe you unify the division. Then by the time you get to 35, then you can start your pay-per-view stuff. The position that he's in now, bro, I think Devin Haney is smoke him. I think Devin Haney would smoke him.
And the sad part is too is that he appears to be going down that similar path to Broner. And well, no, Broner had talent, but he wasted it because he just.
At least what you could say about Broner, if you're gonna say something, is that remember Broner at least became a 4th division champion. Tank has not done that yet. Like you ain't even there yet, and you already like in a downward spiral. You asked me, yo, do I think Teofimo would smoke him right now under the hot lights? Forget that sparring shit. A lot of shit happens in sparring. Forget that. That sparring shit is from years ago anyway, I heard. Under the highlights, yeah, I think Teofimo will smoke him, man. I think he'll smoke him. I think Devin will smoke him too. Give Shakur a couple of years. I think he'll smoke him too. Shit, maybe in a year. Because they dedicated, man. And that's the difference.
Right. And Haney got some people around him, man. He has Mike McCollum around him. Like a lot of
I didn't know that.
Oh, the body snatcher?
Huh?
The body snatcher?
Yes, the body snatcher. Yes. The legend from Mike.
Oh, wow.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
The body shots he throws. Look at that shot he throws to the body, the right uppercut. Who else? That's Mike McCollum.
Wow.
That is Mike
McCollum. That's cool to know.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna go completely off board and say something that I truly feel and believe. Timothy Bradley would be a good guy to get into Tank's life. I'm gonna tell you, if you ever watch the videos of Timothy's dad training him, he is a big, cussing, tough somebody. And Timothy's actually a bodybuilder, man, for someone that small, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Tim could get around him, because they're pretty much similar in size, I believe.
Yeah, they are. They got the same dimensions. They do. Tim is a little stockier though, because he a grown ass man.
And Tim never had a punch, but he handled himself in the ring. He barely lost. So I think if he get around him and get into his head, he could focus him, because he can't tell Tim anything. Because Tim went from having $13 in his bank account to making millions and staying focused in the business after he got the millions.
Yeah.
So Tank can't tell him nothing. But he could teach Tank a lot.
Timothy's underrated, man, because really, if you think of, he only lost to Pacquiao, dog. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just Pacquiao 2 times. Other than that, he been in there with damn near everybody, dog. He been in there with damn near everybody.
Yes, sir. He has been.
But I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, that I think you giving him that vote of confidence because you want him to come out of that shit. I'm telling you, I don't see him coming out of that shit. I don't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. You have to look in the eyes of some of these brothers. Oh my God, man. You just have to look in the eyes of some of these brothers when you say his name. It instills hope in them. And I can't explain.
I dig it that that he has influence, that it means a lot to the people that surround him, that he's where he's at, and it would mean that much more. He would be like a testimony for them. So I understand that would be like, yo, that shows you that it's a way out. I dig all of that. It's just that also I'm a realist. You gotta work hard, bro. And if the difference between you succeeding and not succeeding is because you're not really working hard, yo, I ain't gonna feel bad for you, dog, because you got a lot of shit at your disposal right now. What trainers you want to have, you have the finance to get those trainers. You have the resources.
Well,
so
the big key is what's in his mind, though. See,
yeah,
I mean, That's the key right there. I mean, because everybody else can be inspired or whatever else, but if his mind ain't on right, then it ain't gonna mean dank.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
it's not like he has a limited amount of resources to where he can only work with what he's got. No, dog. Showtime is behind you. You got a big machine behind you, dog. You got what you need to succeed. So if things are looking a certain way, if you go in 12 rounds with Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, where Castellanos took that guy out, man, early, it's not looking good, bro. It's like I'm being honest, it's not looking good. It's not look. Yeah, it really ain't. And if you were struggling to make 30, you go up to 35. You almost blew 35. Almost, bro. How you gonna make 30 when you almost blew 35?
And you know, that's the thing. You said something that was very simple, but it's profound. It don't matter, no matter what anybody else sees in him. He has to want it. He has to see it for himself. Now, all that other stuff you said was Showtime and X around him. Tank is a street dude. He wants to be able to feel it, touch it, and see it. Like that's why I said you need people around him that would actually grab his ass up and say, you know, you starting to right. So now we got to put the work in and get straight. You don't have nobody around that. You got a lot of people that might tell him they love him, but they don't love him enough to tell him.
well, that's what I was alluding to earlier. Is that he's surrounding himself with the wrong type of people.
Yeah,
And
but
it's they feeding off him, so you know they don't want to love him hard. They just want to love him and make it sound sweet, but they don't want to give him the sour.
But I'm gonna tell. All right, look, you got Floyd Mayweather, or you had, because I don't really think he has. I haven't, and I've noticed that the last 24 months. Like I paid attention to that shit. That he was just kind of dipping off and doing his own thing. You know, if you have access to that kind of boxing mind, or you have access to Roger when he was alive, or you have access to Senior, and you got access to the Mayweather, it's like, yo, the tools that you need to stop a lot of this dumb shit from happening, they really are at your disposal. And there's only so much that you could attribute it to, oh, well, he needs. Do you want is the question. What do you want? Because you could need a lot of shit, but do you want it? And you don't want it because it's at your disposal. You don't want it. Now, Devin, what I see in Devin is that Devin wants it. What I see in Shakur wants it. Teofimo, he wants it. It's a lot of guys that want it. So when you see all these guys that want it, that they have the discipline and the desire, the discipline comes from the desire. They want it. They want to be the best at what they do. They take pride in what they do. It's not just, oh, I want to be a star. Now they take pride in being the best at what they do. That's what they want for themselves. If you don't want that for yourself, it's only a matter of time before it catches up. It's only a matter of time.
And also, you know, from the top down, you take Shakur. Yes, Andre Ward.
Yep.
Yes, Andre Ward around him. Andre Ward is a common factor. And then you take Haney. He has his father and he has McCollum. Whenever he works with McCollum. Because you can watch the videos of him training with McCollum. They out there on YouTube. Then Telefino, I keep pronouncing the brother's name wrong, but Telefino, right?
He got his father.
He got his father, and that's his drive, man. They have a great relationship. But I think his father tells him the truth. Yo, good fight, but you could have done better. You know?
Yeah. But that's what you. I mean, that's just that boils down to parenting. Like you got to be honest with you. Like you got to raise your kids right. That's the most concise way to put it, without getting too in depth. But like I said, he's 25, bro. You see what I'm saying? He's 25. So the phase of the child, it's over for that, bro. It's over for that. It's over for that. Like you're not a kid no more, dog. You need to decide what you want to do. It's your career. It's your life. You need to decide what you want to do. Because it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't have nothing close to a father. They had to decide what they had to do. So you've got to make that decision because you have the money, you have the resources. What do you want? Now, if you want to be lackadaisical with shit and blow it, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you, bro. That's life, bro. You either want to be the best at what you do or you don't. It ain't never been different, and it's never gonna be.
I agree with you completely, but see now I was just in a little chat room and somebody called Tank Walters 2.0. Don't be talking about my countryman, man, even though I'm still pissed at him.
I mean, look, let's talk about. I'm not. Look, let's stick to the facts. Let's stick to the facts, Troy.
they offered Waters the fight a year before he took it. And when they offered it to him the first time, it was actually, I think, for $100,000 more than it was a year later. So you shouldn't have took that fight a year later. Like, fuck that. A year ago, it was worth more money. You gonna offer me less money to take the fight? Then I'm definitely not taking the fight. I'm gonna just go somewhere else, see what I could do. It is what it is, bro. It reminds me of the Rigo shit. You could have fought Vasily Lomachenko at 126 pounds. You wanted to make it difficult. So you end up fighting him anyway at 130 when it really don't favor you. It's on you, bro. You could have fought that man years ago at 126. You wanted to make it difficult. You don't want to bite the bullet. So sometimes you got to bite the bullet, bro. Floyd bit the bullet. He conceded to Oscar's demands because he felt he could beat him.
Choice. And he saw the future. He saw the future. He also saw what a win could do for him.
Yeah.
So you have to like a lot of people, like I tell my sons, you have sight, but it comes a point in your life when you have to just slow down and gain some vision, and just see where you're headed for real.
I mean, the difference that I see from and I don't mean every fighter when I think of this, because I see these guys that they take on these chances. Like Teofimo took a chance taking on Comey. That's crazy that you fought that dude. The way he beat Beltran, that's crazy that you was willing to. And you young, you only had 14 fights. That's crazy to me that he did that, but he believed in himself. And that's
the short amateur career.
Yeah, he believed in himself. Like, man, I could beat this dude. Put me in there. I could beat him. That's you gotta be like that, dog. Because how else is it gonna happen? How else? You gotta see what's on the other side of that fight. It's not just, I want to get paid for having this fight. No, you gotta see what's on the other side of that and what it could do for you. And it's a couple of cats. It looked like they don't see the other side of the fight. Like, that's what I felt about Wilder. That you don't see what's on the other side of the Joshua fight. You just worried about what you're gonna get paid for that fight, not looking at what's on the other side of that fight.
But isn't that part of being an actual fighter, being prepared to go through the fire to get the rewards?
Not if you
too many of these people.
Not if you
too many of these people just want.
You. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, but the thing is, these guys, they think they're doing a job, a cushy job, because they've been spoiled. And we're talking about mollycoddling Tank Moore, and he's 25 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand how he could give inspiration to people, but at the same time, what kind of role model would he be for these young men?
That's a fair point. That's a fair
point. You're going to talk about Andre Ward and abject poverty and hard times. I don't enjoy watching Andre Ward fight, but I've got so much respect for that man because of where he came from and the way he conducted himself. And the way, apart from some of his punditry comments, the man has never blown his money. He's always been in shape. He's always worked hard. He did not have anywhere near the talent that Tank has got. But that's what you can do when you apply yourself completely.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the perfect example, because it's like Andre Ward strikes. If Andre Ward, like, let's say, sometimes you have individuals that are so talented that you could liken them to an Achilles. And then other times you have individuals that have such a good work ethic that you could liken them to a Hector. That, you don't have the God-given extra this and that, but you have the work ethic. So it's like, if you see a dude that got talent and you want to squander it, go ahead. Ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you, dog. It's fucked up out here for everybody. Go ahead, fuck it up.
See, a big problem with some of the younger boxers that are coming up that, these days, is they look at boxers like Floyd, Mr. Money Mayweather. He's living the life. He's got all this money. He's got all these fancy things. And there's other boxers that kind of have money. And they get more enamored with being caught up, getting into that life instead of, focusing on working hard. And with Floyd, for example, they forget, Floyd has that life, but that dude worked hard. He fought everybody. He put it in.
He paid his dues, dog. And if you just look at
that's my point. He put it in. He didn't duck nobody. He worked really hard. He paid his dues. But these guys are a little too caught up and enamored with the life, and they think they can skate by on, not on the work part. And
Look at it like this. Look at it like this, right? All right. You got Eddie Hearn, right? He offered Jamal Charlo $7 million, bro. $7 million for you to fight Andre, who is not like, he not no big ticket seller, but you can make yourself $7 million. All you got to do is go in that ring and beat that man. Don't tell me that the money not real, because the money was real enough for Mikey Garcia. He crossed the street, and that's after he was on pay-per-view. And he crossed the street. So
don't forget Ruiz.
Yeah,
Ruiz crossed the street and got hella paid.
Exactly.
Ruiz is probably, not including Wilder, Ruiz is probably the best paid PBC fighter now.
Probably, in all honesty, probably he's made the most money out of anyone in their heavyweight stable, apart from Wilder.
You know, Ruiz got something like 4 million and then 12 million. So who got paid that much on PBC side?
The money's real. The money's real. So that tells me that, look, don't tell me about the networks, because you don't have a contract with Fox. You guys don't have exclusivity deals with Fox or Showtime. None of y'all have them. Not even Pacquiao. He don't even have one of those. So we passed that. If you don't want that $7 million, it's because you don't think, or somebody on your side does not think you can beat that guy. And you must believe him, because they are. Who else is going to give you $7 million out here? I know you don't think fighting Chris Eubank Jr. on FS1 or Fox is going to get you $7 million. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. Did you get $7 million?
When you've got,
go ahead, John.
When you've got this soft road attitude and you're getting pieced up and you've got to turn it around and it hurts and it's going to be hard and you can't breathe and you can't hold your arms up anymore, how are you going to dig deep and actually win the fight?
Yeah, honestly.
You're waiting for somebody else to knock them out for you.
Sorry, Ring. There's some people backstage.
Yeah, but I'm about to get off.
Oh.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Wilder not taking the 120 million and not fighting Joshua.
It reminds me of Adam Kovnowski. You were heavyweight, and when they called you and offered you millions, what did you have to tell them? I'm not in shape. How you a heavyweight, bro? It ain't like you gotta make fucking 175, 100. You a heavyweight, bro. How are you not in shape? What have you been doing? What happened?
Yeah, get your ass in shape and get your money, dude. Damn, even if you lose, you still gonna win.
You talking about you talking about millions, bro. That's like, yo, you would have more startup money to start up a small business than the average small business owner, just off of that one fight. The way you know you could live comfortably, like you could create that environment. And you telling me when that opportunity came knocking at your door, what you had to say was, I'm not in shape. Hey, bro, I hope somebody else knock on your door one day, because them opportunities are with you.
Who called him?
AJ.
And oh my God! And he said no.
He said he wasn't in shape. He literally
turned it down.
Well, let me say this.
The thing with those guys turning down the AJ fight, though, I really don't think Al would have let them fight him. Al had plans for these guys. He only let Ruiz fight him because he was Bob's cast-off.
Yeah.
And he didn't really... He was like a spare wheel. So let's sacrifice him and take the money.
He wasn't investing in Ruiz. Like in Kovnowski, he was invested because they said, even before they offered him the fight, that they was going to have Wilder fight Ortiz for a second time, Fury, if they can get him, and Kovnowski. He was part of the plan. It's wild though, because basically you got your ass beat for 100,000 when you could have got your ass beat for 7 million or something like that. That's wild, and you don't know. You literally don't know if that kind of money is going to be made available to you. Like you don't know that. What if you start losing every fight now? You don't know.
I would have got myself.
But are they actually allowed to, or is it all down to Al Heyman? Because that's always the question I've got.
Well,
are they just completely under his control? Because I've seen people read out some of Heyman's contracts, and basically you're not allowed to fight without his go-ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind. I've heard and I've seen what's supposed to be a template of the contract that they signed, and it's ridiculous. If that is real, if what's floating around out there is real, and that's what these guys are signing, bruh, that dude belong in jail. That dude, you belong in jail, bro, for making them sign. Is that what they signed? Like, bro, you stopping them from getting money. You stopping them from getting money.
He doesn't make them do anything, does he?
No, but think about it like this, right? You know that they fighters. You know that they not lawyers. They fighters. They not lawyers.
Whose fault is that, brother? And I'm not trying to be like a cynical person, but if you get into a business, shouldn't you learn the business since you are the business?
That's true. I mean, I can't look, I'm gonna put it like this, right? It's the situation is bad. The reason I view the situation is like, damn, dog, like they really getting fucked over is because you got these guys that are loyal to these TV networks that have all these millions and millions of dollars. And these guys end up stuck on these networks that are not even really invested in them because you're not making a network commitment to this fighter. You're not giving them like, yo, here's you gonna fight on Fox for 6 fights. End of the deal, you get $10-15 million or something. Like, nah, it ain't even like that no more. Now you just ganking them. Like, yeah, you loyal to Fox, but Fox ain't loyal to you. Like, bruh, so how much money you costing these people? There's opportunities out there for them guys. They can't get them because they signing these weirdo contracts. That's messed up, man.
Troy, these guys would have to be lawyers. You know, they get signed before they've got money in their pocket.
Right.
Then,
okay, go ahead.
So, like, I mean, Julius is right. I haven't got any proof that this is genuinely what the contracts are. But they're so controlling, they just have no say. Al makes every single decision. They have no say. And it's the best explanation as to why a man walks away from the amount of money Deontay Wilder walks away from.
Because he was told to. He
had no choice. No, but I think he had no choice. I genuinely believe that. Look at what they did to Lou DiBella afterwards.
Yeah.
He got fired. So what? He's still
Yeah,
working.
you know what? Wilder's inspiration or his whole goal or purpose is supposed to be taking care of his daughter. I mean, that 120 million, win, lose, or draw, his daughter's set for life. He's achieved what he needed to do for his little girl.
I'm gonna take y'all back to something I said in 2017. No, I'm gonna say 2018. And a lot of people don't listen to this kind of stuff, but I said that they're not gonna fight, bro. Unless Showtime gets the fight, Al Heyman's not gonna let that fight happen because his goal was to get the fight put on Showtime. Problem is, Showtime's not gonna guarantee Anthony Joshua the kind of money he makes in the UK. It's not in their annual budget. They don't have it. So that fight, in all likelihood, will not happen. It will not happen. And we sitting here arguing about nothing because they ain't gonna fight unless it's on Showtime. Right. They not gonna fight, and Showtime don't got the kind of money that Joshua makes. I'm sorry, but they don't have it.
Look at the timeline of the anti-Joshua campaign. It's when the contract with Showtime finished. That's when all this propaganda. That's when all this calling out Joshua started. Before that, there wasn't any calling out from Wilder.
No.
Everyone thinks it's a Klitschko fight, but actually, that's when the US contract for AJ's fights was up for renewal, and Eddie didn't go with Showtime.
Yeah, because Showtime didn't have like the guarantee cash that you got to give AJ to come over here. Because if he comes here, that means he's missing money in the UK. So you have to make it worth his while. Showtime couldn't do that. DAZN could. They'll tell him like, yeah, we got 20 million for you. Don't worry about that. We got that. And then you'll make up the difference off of the Sky Sports pay-per-view or Sky will put up, the other half of the money or whatever the fuck the case is. But they had the kind of money to get him to come to the States. That's the only reason he came to the States, because DAZN could guarantee the purse. So unless Showtime was going to get that fight, which I knew they weren't, like I knew Showtime is not going to guarantee this dude that kind of money, because the higher-ups are going to look at it as, has Anthony Joshua ever sold a pay-per-view in America? No. Then why am I guaranteeing this man $50 million? I don't know that I'm going to get my money back. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not happening. It was never going to happen, bro. I've been saying that since 2018. It wasn't going to happen, bro. All the stuff was there. And Wilder, whether you want to feel sorry for him or not, I will leave that up to you. But what I will say is that dude has no control over what's going on, dude. Like, he don't. You're not on the driver's seat, bro. You along for the ride until they decide to kick you out, the way they kicked Lou DiBella out That's what's going on.
Look what happened when they asked Wilder why he turned the deal down. He was told to shut up, and Shelley Finkel answered the question.
Yep, and that's on camera. That's on camera. He's like, I'm gonna let you answer the question. Yeah, go ahead, Shelley. And you said that he would end up making more money. Did he? No. If I believe every single report about the purses that I've seen so far, you were given $20 million to reject the Zone's offer. That's $20 million. And then you made a guaranteed $30 million off of this past pay-per-view. This is since turning down the $100 million from the Zone. So you literally made half the money. If I go with the reports, you made $50 million. You could have made $100.
And that's being conservative because he didn't make 20 million for fighting Brazil.
Yeah, of course not. There's no way on earth, bro. Unless Stephen Espinoza lost, I don't know how many millions of Showtime's money, bro. There's no way he got that money. It's either he got that money and they lost money, or he got a little bit of money and they lost a little bit of money. But either way, that wasn't a pay-per-view. And you didn't sell out the Barclays with that fight. The Barclays seats 19,000. It was 13,000 in attendance. And normally for a PBC card, 2,000 of them tickets is comped. Y'all ain't make no money off of that, bro. No money. Crazy shit, man. It's crazy shit. It's a dirty game. Dirty fucking.
Been a pleasure, gentlemen. But let me leave y'all with this, since Ring IQ mentioned Achilles and Hector, right?
Yeah.
And you have some fighters. You have some fighters that are like the great Memnon. Memnon was the great. He was Ethiopian. He was a righteous Ethiopian. He was also Hector's cousin. So once Hector got killed, his father made the call, and he came out and he fought Achilles, right?
Mm.
And he was defeating Achilles, and Zeus struck him down, and then all the people were like, no. So Zeus told him, well, you have to come. I will bring you back from the land of the dead, but you have to come with me. And I'm actually leading somewhere. You have to come to Mount Olympus. And, and he said, I'd rather stay here because I don't want to, no. So, he sent him over to the region of the Titans, hence the Titan Wars. All I'm saying is this: if you get a fighter that's his focus, and nothing you do can throw him off his axis, throw him off his path. Take anybody you want to take, Sugar Ray Leonard or Mike McCollum, whoever. Then you have a great fighter. And unfortunately, it's very few Memnons out here. Well, Crawford is great. Crawford is one of the gifted street fighter that someone turned into a very damn good boxer. Because he used to fight on. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave y'all with saying this: there's a lot of great fighters out here that have come and gone, but not damn one of them was from the DR. Y'all have a good night.
Get out of here! I'm gonna kick you out of that. Kicking you out of that. That shit was petty. I gotta go to sleep. It's always a pleasure, y'all.
Yeah, definitely, man. You have a good one, brother.
All right.
Have a good night, fellas.
Love, guys.
Thanks, Julius.